Introducing PubCoin. PubCoin is the rewards program for pub sports contributors. Regular chat contributors share their play of the day, POD, in the YouTube chat, including the phrase POD in their message. At the end of the week, the amount of units earned are converted into PubCoins. PubCoin can be used as reward points for prizes, shop discounts, and contests.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mills here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
Your membership to Gold, you will be automatically entered in every horse race, every Wednesday and Friday. It is time to race horses. We are racing camels today.
Shout out to the Gold members. We're racing in San Antonio immediately here. And we're off. 2 minutes, 74 canals on this racetrack. It's wide. We're racing in San Antonio.
Pat Wally moving forwardly. Jeff Slaughter in the mix as well. And as is Randall Sheffield, who's put that beautiful nose out front.
But it's actually real grass here, Jimmy. Maybe Kentucky bluegrass. Oldie, no! There he goes. Oldie in the lead now. K. Wolf falls back. The horses love it. Sometimes they stop and eat it on the way to the finish line. That's why your horses start so far in the back. Here. Oh, look at Nussflush Allen bursting out here. J-Dub in the mix. Rude Boy up here as well. Jimmy, take it away.
There's Oldie. Oldie is moving to the front. We are past the halfway mark in our 2 mile. And there's Ricky Levy.
Oh my goodness, he's in the mix here. Jimmy, take it home. This is our first dog race ever.
19 seconds left in the horse race here. It's Fernando Mendoza trying to find the wire. 14 seconds left. Can Fernando Mendoza take this home? Here comes Kenny Ken. Kenny Ken wants a piece of the pie. Put his schnoz up front. Ricky Bobby, 9 seconds left. Can Donut Silks make a run? Can Res Mall make a run to be $50?
You son of a bitch!
Here comes Tori Coker. Kenny Ken, Smoke and Mirrors, Director 97. Home. That is the way. Here comes Jason Meyer, the Eldorado custodian. Billy Friedrich. Jones all coming down the advantage.
Coin! Nowhere!
Oh no! Fanatical Jim!
From the corporate Peter Loshak, legendary sports handicap mode, tapper than a dawn. For the young phenom known as Jimmy, who declared one day that the bag was here to stay. Information like a PSA when we all PSR Pub Sports Radio is all. Is a man named Slaughter and he flipped the script. No competition in this they quit the trip. But we say we be pubbing, baby with the bag and you love it. We want a top 10, we above it. Let's check.
Hey, welcome to Pub Sports Radio. My name is Peter Loshak. Today's Tuesday, December 23rd. I had a nice week last week. So 2 weeks ago, I had a losing week. Last week was a winning week. So, the overall record is great. Hopefully, Jose Bouquett updated my record that he can put up there. And we got a huge card today. We got NHL, NBA, like 14 games each. We're going to talk 7 college football games. Billy Brisbane's going to tell us about the Christmas NBA games that he's thinking about, already looked at. And we got college basketball, which I didn't look at all, a small slate, but I'm sure people in the comments section like Morgan Spooner and others will tell us what they're liking. So I think it's going to be another good show. We got a lot to cover, so not too much time we can waste here. I got to put this out at Twitter. So to the comment section, the commenters can come in and help us out. We're going to start off with NHL, though, and keep a very brisk pace here. We got 13 games. Is Mr. Gokster ready? Mr. Gokster, you ready? All right. No, we need your audio. We need your audio, pal.
You're muted, Gokster.
There you go.
Gokster. What's going on,
right,
fellas? How you doing?
I assume everything's good with my audio and video. Let me just check the comments section to see. Wait, where's the? Oh, here we go. Here we are. The comments section. Shout out to everyone. Justin McKelvey. Everyone's in there, and we're going to have a good show. Again, we got to keep a brisk pace here. I'm going to tweet this out, and we're going to do the best we can, as we always do. All right. Let's just start right in with NHL. Also, we are going to cover college football. One of the games starts at 2 p.m. though. So I guess we're going to have to cut in maybe at 1 o'clock or so to quickly look at that. Or should we do it off the top? What do you think we should do, Jose Bouquett?
I just keep going through NFL, and we'll talk about it when we get to
NHL. Okay. Let's get into it. Jose Bouquett, did you update my records that I sent you?
They will be updated here shortly, yes.
Oh, they will be up. All right, that's good. That's good because Jose Bouquett does the best he can, which is all you can ask of anyone, including ourselves. All right, let me just I gotta tweet this out. All right, first game on the card. Let's talk about this one. Mr. Gokster, you there? You there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, okay. It's Pittsburgh and Toronto, right? Now, Pittsburgh split a home and home with Montreal last 2 games. They lost 8 in a row before beating Montreal, though, in their last game. And, of course, Pittsburgh started off the year a little bit surprisingly good, kind of an aging roster, and now they've crashed back down to earth, as a lot of people thought would happen, or we all thought would happen. I thought would happen. Toronto, in general, they kind of suck, but that doesn't mean that they can't get a win in a nice little spot against a shitty team. If the odds aren't too big, maybe they have betting value as well. Toronto's coming back from a road trip. They lost all 3 of those, all by a margin. Before that, they were just 2-3 on their homestand before that. So they're 2-6 last 8. So they're a bad team too. But I was leaning Toronto, and Toronto did win. They've already played twice. Toronto won both of them. I was thinking maybe Toronto. First line I saw was -140. I was thinking maybe Toronto here. What do you think?
Yeah, they just fired the assistant coach, too, for the Leafs. So the power play has been really poor this year at 7% right now, worst in the league. So just fired the assistant coach there. We'll see what that does for the team, Pete. But, this team's been pretty bad. Bright side has been Wall. They're 3-1 with Waldo in the month of December. I have here there with a 93.5% save percentage. So Wall hasn't been the problem. Just they haven't been scoring consistently. Penalty kills even been 90% for Toronto. So I would slightly lean to Toronto, but again, I kind of wanted a better price on this. Both teams are kind of struggling. Toronto, whenever they play Pittsburgh, it's the Dubas, general manager for Pittsburgh, was Toronto's GM for a long time. So they seem to get up whenever they play Pittsburgh. It's a 4:00 game though up here in Canada,
yeah.
So it's a bit of a weird one for timing wise. It's going to be a no play for me, Pete. Lean towards Toronto, but both teams have been very inconsistent, and Skinner is going to be going, who's not the greatest, to say the least.
So I'm sorry, I'm trying to tweet this out. So I see that the line has moved though, about 15 cents in Pittsburgh's favor. Yeah. So that's maybe not good, or maybe I like Toronto more now. So what do you? Yeah, I mean, as the line goes down, I mean, Toronto sucks, but so does Pittsburgh, right? Or not.
Well, I think both teams are very similar. I have month of December, Pete, 4-4-2, Toronto, 3-4-4, Pittsburgh. Both teams' goal differential. This is a big one. -9 Pittsburgh, -4 for Toronto. They're just not scoring right now. Pittsburgh's power play too, Pete, 28%. It's kind of been vice versa. Pittsburgh's scoring but can't get any stops. And Toronto, the goaltending's been decent, but they just can't score. So something's got to give here. I would any more than -130-ish though. I think that's enough for Toronto. I wouldn't take them. I get why people bet Pittsburgh based on the -145-ish opener there. So tough for me to back Toronto just based on.
I'm going to look at the comment. My also thought was leaning under, but that was at 6. Now it's up to 6.5. So the total's headed up. Why would that be?
Toronto's gonna. I was saying the assistant coach got fired there. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be like they get on the power play here. I would imagine they're gonna play a little more free. I think Toronto's gonna play a little more free today, if anything. Last game before the break, all these teams don't play till Saturday, so I could see this being a higher scoring game. More, I'm thinking about it.
All right. Well, Justin McKelvey likes the Penguins over 6 at -121. And here you go, AM. Shout out to AM. Telling us what his data and his systems tell us, and system on Leafs, but too expensive. That might be all I need. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's exactly what I was pretty much getting to. If it was a better price, I'd be on Toronto. I think the total, though, I was going to take the old parlay piece here. Both teams have scored 2 goals. You put it in a parlay. It's about -200 right now, Pete, but I can see both these teams getting at least 2. Last game before the break, haven't played well. Like I said, assistant coach just got fired for Toronto, so we'll see how they respond from that.
All right, I'm going to take a shot with it. I'm going to take the Leafs -1. The worst line I can get right now would be a -125 and +195. So I'll look at 2 other books, but I'll take a shot with the Leafs -1, and it will be plus money. We'll see where this closes. It definitely has gone in Pittsburgh's favor so far. I got to tweet this out, but we got to keep a very brisk pace. All right, next game on the card: Dallas and Detroit. This one I'm probably going to pass on. Not sure here because neither one of these teams is a team I want to bet against right now, right? Dallas rolling, won 4 in a row. Detroit just swept a home and home with Washington. They've won 7 of 9. First line I saw was Detroit as a small home dog. So I guess 2 awesome teams I don't want to fade. I'll take the home dog. But now, wow, look at that. It's moved about 5 or 10 cents in Dallas's favor. So that's interesting. Yeah, free play, put it on Detroit, but I guess I won't make that official.
Yeah, they got DeSmith starting in net too, Pete. Not going to be Ottinger. DeSmith 3-0-1 in December, 92% save percentage. Yeah, both these teams are playing very similar. Gibson, best I've seen Gibson in a long time, 7-0 this month here, 93% save percentage. Identical teams, opposite of the last game. These 2 teams are playing very well, 8-2-1 each. Goal differentials are +13, +10. Power plays are humming. I go with a bit of a score here, Pete. I think we're going to see a bit of a tight game. Like, this is not one of those ones I think it's going to be a higher scoring game, surprisingly. I think at first period, I went with first period draw, to be honest. +180. I think we're going to see more of it. Both goalies are playing well. Both teams are going to be pretty much like, if one goes down, I can see the other tying it up. I see this being a tight, like, this is going to be, I can see the overtime possibly, but first period draw is where my gut went on this one at +180. I don't have a problem with that.
That's not bad there, Mr. Goldster. You might. I definitely would be leaning either team, especially Detroit, if they go down early by 1 or 2 goals or something, for sure. And I guess Dallas as well.
Same thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think both teams are. Yeah, both teams are humming, Pete. And long term, Gibson may be a bit of a problem, but for now, he's playing well. Last game before the break, a tighter game, I think here.
All right, Kripke likes the Leafs. And there you go, AM, Red Wings, money line, +110 for me. Yeah, I don't quite understand why they were a dog to open, and I don't quite understand why the lines moved a little bit against them so far.
I would agree, too. Like, they're looking at their schedule here, at San Jose, at Anaheim, back home for Toronto, now going all the way back to Detroit here last game. Yeah, they're playing well. Playing Washington twice, Utah they lost to. Kane's out, but I think it's kind of what you said, Pete. One team gets down, the other one can very well tie this up, or I see this being a back-and-forth hockey game. Yeah.
I'm sorry, and how is Dallas defensively? Are they pretty stout?
They're not too bad. DeSmith, both of the goaltending, whenever I see that percentage, Pete, tells me the defense has been solid. Just quickly, the injuries. Bichel's out, defenseman there, but for the most part, they're healthy. Their Sagan's out for the season, but and then same with Detroit. Both teams are intact. They got they're their mainstay there. So tough game for me to pick the side. I would guess lean towards Detroit, but I think first period draw has got a shot here.
I'm an inch away from taking Detroit team total over, but it just seems a little too obvious, doesn't it?
Kind of.
It does kind of.
A little bit.
It's really obvious.
A little bit, but both it is exactly, Pete. Because Dallas is 4, 5, 8, and 5. Like, they've been scoring. And then same on the other side of Detroit, really. So
is this, we got to keep brisk pace, but when 2 teams that are obviously winning like this meet up, even if they've been offensive, do they meet up and all of a sudden it's like a playoff game and it's very tight and tense and low scoring?
Depends on the goaltending, really. I think the goaltending's been solid in like the last few games here leading up to this. So, but usually here, I think home ice tends to be a bit of an advantage. I think when you got teams like this.
All right, I might take a shot with a Detroit team total over. I have to think about it, but I still got to tweet this out. And let's move on. Next game is the Rangers in Washington. I'm not sure where this line moved, but the Rangers, of course, slumping, but again, probably okay on the road. And Washington just lost a home and home to Detroit. Now, Detroit's good, so maybe you give them a pass on that. But still, Washington has turned a corner in a negative way. They've lost 5 of their last 6. And the Rangers, getting a big line now. I was thinking maybe a shot with, I don't know. I know JT Miller is out, right, for the Rangers, right?
Yeah.
And again, supposedly, you see this every year, supposedly Rangers dealing with the flu bug. So the Rangers are not a great team, but I don't know. I definitely haven't bet it, but my thoughts were Rangers, and my also thought was maybe Washington team total under. What do you think?
I think this is the spot for Washington, to be honest, before the break. Like they're looking at I don't see why they like Leonard's out, Dubois is out as well, but Perreault, Rempe, Miller, like you said, Enstrom. I don't know. It's tough for me to trust kind of the Rangers all season long. And I got a team in the Capitals where defensively they haven't been too bad, at least on the special teams, 88%. It's just been 5-on-5s got them a little bit. Goal differential, though, -7 in December for the Rangers, +1 for the Caps. Goaltending wise, too, Thompson's been solid, 3-2-2 with a 93% save percentage in December. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I almost went no goal first 9 minutes 30, but I think the Capitals get the Rangers here because they've been playing poor. I just think the bounce back spot here after 3-2. I didn't see that game, but it looked like it was a close game. That second one against Detroit, but again, Detroit's playing really well right now. I think they got a shot here. Washington regulation -107 in this game, -105. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. All right, I got to tweet this out. Okay, so you do like Washington, huh?
I do. I just trust them a little more than the Rangers in this spot. Just a pissed off Washington team last game before the break. Pretty much healthy, too. Goaltender's playing well. Washington's also won 4 of the last 5 against this team. So, I lean towards Washington.
Whoa, Ron Crawford, NHL play of the day is Dallas. You got 13 games on the guard, and his top spreadsheet play of the day is Dallas.
Could be the value. Possibly value, maybe, Pete. I don't know. I got the draw in the first period there, Ron. I think it's gonna be a close game here.
Okay. Wow. So AM kind of liking the Red Wings, but spreadsheet play of the day from Ron Crawford on Dallas, and this one, so Washington, and what would you think about? God, I got so much shit to do. What do you think about? Like maybe the total is definitely dropped 5.5. It's now slightly juiced to the under. I was thinking about maybe a Washington team total under, but I guess when they win, they can put it up. They can put up some goals, right?
I would lean towards like a Ranger team total under here more than anything. Yeah, I think Washington wins this game. If it's a high scoring game, I just don't see the Rangers really competing with Washington tonight, to be honest, Pete. That's my gut feel here, just based on the schedule, like all those losses in a row, man. Like, and then they lose 2-1 at Nashville. Like, Nashville's playing a little bit better, 5-4 win. Like those are scraping by 2-1 at St. Louis, 5-4 against Philly. Like they haven't really 5-4 against Montreal. They haven't had a convincing win, really, the Rangers. And when Washington lost those games, they bounced back 4-0 against Toronto at home. So. I think Washington bounce back spots live here. Yeah. And
so you think why? Because I'm about to take the first period under. You think, but it's possible that if the Rangers really don't show up, Washington's up 3-0 in the first period, right?
2-0 or something kind of thing. Yeah, that would be maybe the only concern here. Yeah.
But they should show up, shouldn't they? They're off a loss, at least in the first period. All right, I'm going to take. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree. A low-scoring game, Washington wins is where I'm going with this. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a shot with the first period under 1.5. The best line here, I can get minus 109. I'll shop around for a little bit better. I'll look at the comments section, and then wait a minute. Here you go. Cons clips. Match play of the day. Louisville. All right, let me. I still have to tweet this out, but we got to keep a brisk pace here. Okay, next game on the card, Montreal-Boston. Montreal, of course, solid. They just split a home and home with Pitt. They win some, they lose some. Boston, they've now lost 3 in a row at home. They're coming back down to earth, at least, recently in terms of the wins and losses. And, the first night I saw Boston, a small favorite. Montreal has been good on the road recently. They're a solid little team there, and this tends to be a rivalry game. So and Boston should be salty here after getting blown out in their last game. So I was thinking maybe Montreal has some value as a dog, maybe under, maybe first period under. What do you think here, Gogi?
More I'm thinking of this. A high scoring game feels like it's in play. Power plays 31% December. The Canadians 26% Boston, but Boston's penalty kill, Pete, 67%. So it's a little bit of a problem there. Swayman's also got an 87% save percentage. They're going with Fowler on the other side for Montreal, who's been a bright spot really for Montreal. Rookie goaltender 2-1-1 in December. He's had some starts under his belt, looked decent. Deneau is day-to-day. Evans is out as well. So they're missing some pieces, but this Montreal team, Pete, is one of the deepest teams in the NHL, really. They're calling up Sammy Bias there from the AHL Laval Rockets. He was like a mainstay for St. Louis for a while. Like they got a lot of good players here in the farm system for Montreal. So I don't think it's going to be a problem tonight. The goals, it's really on Fowler. If this is probably going to be a higher scoring game. I almost went first period, both teams to score here, but I went Montreal on the money line at plus 105. The line's a little bit kind of, I guess it's about right actually where I'm looking at it. It hasn't moved either. So I'm going to trust Montreal here, but goals feel like it's in play here. A lot's going to be on Fowler here. I think Montreal can score at least 2.5. It's going to be kind of if they can stop Boston here tonight.
Okay, sorry. All right, I'm just trying to do a million things at once. Look at the comment section and everything. Okay, so wait, why is this not? Got to get the comment section. All right. So I'm sorry. What did you say? Just give me the 2-second version of what you said.
I like Boston here. I just think, or no, not Boston. Sorry, Jesus Christ. I like Montreal. I just think even with the injuries, and then Swayman's not playing very well. Montreal's a much faster team than Boston.
Yeah.
They've lost. The goals feel live. I feel like I'm almost trying to talk myself into Montreal more than I think the goals are. Like first period, both teams to score here. Even like, what is it, 5.5, 6? I would lean towards the over. 6 minus 110. I lean towards the over here in this game. More I'm kind of getting to, even though I already bet plus 105 Montreal. So.
All right, let me see. And what do you think about? Is Boston going to show up and try to play better, or are they just going to get rolled again?
No, they are. Like I'm a little worried about this one. I get my notifications off there. I'm a little more worried about this one because they've had 4. This is their 5th game at home. They've lost the last 3. Rival game against Montreal. Not going to play till Saturday. Both Boston. That is. It's Montreal's coming off a loss. Yeah. The goals feel more like the play to me.
I was thinking about Montreal team total over. I'm just worried that Boston will clamp down and if they lose 1-zip or 2-zip.
I'm not too worried. I was saying the penalty kill for Boston 67% right now, and the power play for Montreal is 31%. So I would think if they get on the power play at least 3 times, they should get at least a goal out of that. So the goal, I do like Montreal to score 2.5 here actually.
All right. Okay. So I'm looking at the comments section here. Let me see. AM says system on Bruins. Wow. AM stuff usually likes dogs.
I get that. I do. More I'm looking at this game. It's going to be a higher scoring game. I feel better about Montreal's team total over than I would the money line.
Yeah. And again, Kong slips. Like in Louisville, spreadsheet play of the day is Dallas. All right. I got to think about what I want to add here, but let's move on. Next one is Buffalo, Ottawa. Again, 2 teams, another situation, 2 teams that are rolling. So I don't exactly see why I wouldn't just take the dog, maybe have a little bit of value there. Buffalo rolling, 1-6 in a row. Ottawa, they've won 5 of 6. Their only loss was a close loss at Minnesota, who's great. So that's forgivable. Ottawa has beaten, I think, overall weaker teams, though. So I was thinking again, Buffalo and Buffalo team total over. What do you think?
Yeah, this is the goal fest, I think, here too, Pete. Both teams when they're scoring, they're scoring. It's 27% power play for Buffalo. Excuse me. Ottawa, 34%. Penalty kills are 76 each. Special teams look like you're going to see some goals there. Actually, Senators, Pete, plus 12 goal differential in December, plus 3 for the Sabres. So when the Senators have been winning, they've been definitely scoring. Really on both sides of the equation, though, because Buffalo, they've scored at least 3 in their last 7 games, 6 or 7 games there. God, I just got to stop saying 6 or 7. But Leon, our Lion, he's 5-0. Like, both teams are playing well, but I think this is a game where it's going to be similar to the Stars Red Wings, but I see more of an offensive side of things here. You also got Norris, who used to play for the Senators. He's going to be on this Buffalo team, and whenever he was a captain too for this Buffalo or for the farm team. He was assistant captain, I believe, for the Senators. He's second line centerman with Tuck and Osland. Darlene. They're just, both teams are playing well, Pete. I don't really trust the goaltending. Allmark's going to be in net. He's been decent, but give me the goals here. Both teams will score in the first period. It's going to be plus 155, and then both teams will score 3 goals, plus 175. But I do lean towards Ottawa, but the line's too high at minus 150, I think.
Yes, I hear your hearts. Hold on. Sorry. I'm just copying and pasting a lot of stuff. I got to figure out what the hell I want to add on here. I'm a little bit worried about I need Nutflush Al in the comment section because he is great at holiday handicapping. I'm a little bit worried about getting caught into some holiday week traps. You know what I mean? Taking a bunch of good teams, team total overs, 2.5s at favorite lines, and they all just don't show up. And now I've just hemorrhaged 6 units and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you do got me thinking a little bit on this one here, but looking at the goaltending side of things here, Leon's been both goalies are playing not too bad. I hear that side of things. I do hear that side of things, but
yeah. All right. Well, I'll make my decisions while we're talking about the next game, which is New Jersey and the Islanders. New Jersey, they've been having problems scoring, but they have, won 4 out of the last 7, 3 straight nice road dogs win, though. Of course, they got Jack Hughes back in their last game. And sometimes when these stars go out, it doesn't matter, or your team gets even better. That hasn't been the case with Jack Hughes and New Jersey. They were playing great before he went out, and then they really got very mediocre when he was out. So that could be due to some variance, but it's probably very, very good for New Jersey that Hughes is back. And they also, Timo Meier was banged up, and he's back, and a couple other guys are back. And then you got the Islanders, who have lost 3 in a row. They were winning before that. They're getting banged up a little bit. Bo Horvat is out, and he's not going to be playing for this game, I don't believe. So maybe, and it's a relatively low line. First line I saw was New Jersey is just a very small favorite. Now they are, the line's moved about 15 or 20 cents in their favor. Maybe it's a really nice New Jersey spot with Jack Hughes back. What do you think?
Yeah, and Timo Meier. I think that's a great point, Pete. The numbers, you look at them, they're minus 13 goal differential. The penalty kill needs to improve. I believe Meier's on the penalty kill. Don't quote me on that, but it's at 55%, so it's got to improve. Getting those players back. You brought up the 2 road dogs too. This is a team that's going to start trending in the right direction. And then Horvat's out. This is a team that needs to get healthy, really, on the other side. The Islanders lost their last 3 games to all winnable teams, really. Well, Buffalo's playing well, but even Detroit. But that's bad loss to Vancouver 4-1. Haven't been playing well before that. But the loss to Horvat, I think, is a big one. This guy was leading the team in scoring right near the top, at least. So, I like the Devils here. I went minus 122, Pete. I got that at minus 122. Last ad, I didn't want to play such. I don't like playing a lot of juice, but I think this should be a minus 140 almost on this one. So give me the Devils.
Right. First of all, I will add the Buffalo team total over 2.5 minus 137. Might be a mistake, but I will add it. And this one, I will definitely take New Jersey minus 1 though. I'm going to do that, and it'll be minus 128 and plus 196, which is the so it'll be a nice dog line. I'll search around for a little bit better, but I'll definitely take a shot with New Jersey here, and then and then what about I don't know. I was thinking maybe even the Islanders team total under as well. The Islanders. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's the line on that?
It's what is that line? What is that line? We'll look at the comment section in a second to see what people say about this line is. Where are we? Hold on. Islanders. It's 2.5 at plus money.
Yeah, I don't mind. I think they're playing more defensively. The New Jersey is. I don't mind that, actually, because you're getting much, I think, better value, at least, or better line better value too at plus money. I think that's got a good chance just as well as the Devils have a chance to win. So yeah.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's a little bit, you just look at their past bunch of games and you're like, obviously Islanders team total under. So I don't like to do that, but I feel less bad about it when I'm getting a dog line. Is there any reason to believe the Islanders turn things around and start to play better offensively here?
Well, that's the only thing, kind of like the Boston game, Pete. I think, last game before the break, lost 3. You would expect a better performance here from the Islanders. Missing Horvat. They're calling up guys from Bridgeport who, for the most part, this team doesn't have as much depth. Give me, and the big thing is the health. The health of those 2 players coming back quickly here. The rest of their injuries, Devils. Nemec, defenseman, young defenseman, they're going to want him back eventually, and then Dadonov. So, I like the Devils and team total. To be honest, at the plus money, I would agree.
And here we go. Strongest system on the season for AM likes the Islanders. Great.
No way.
Great.
No way.
He admits that the Sharks are hitting the Devils this morning. AM likes Islanders money line plus 1 motherfucking 10.
What to do now? Yeah, Rittich is in that too. Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. I think I've gone against AM's, opinions like this, I don't know, 2 or 3 times recently. Lost all of them. He was right on all of them, I think. All right, well, I'm committed. I'm pot committed to New Jersey -1. I guess I'll pass on the Islanders team total under 2.5.
I like that though.
Jesus.
They could lose the game and you'd still hit that.
All right. I'm gonna. Yeah. Jason Meyer. Yeah. Leipzig's a little low with the Islanders and New Jersey getting healthy. All right. Let's move on and I'll decide what I'm doing with the other game. Florida, Carolina. This is an interesting one. Florida off a bad margin home loss to St. Louis as a big home favorite. But before that, they've been rolling, right? Won 7 of 8. And Carolina, they're back from a short road trip. They lost the last 2 of that trip. One of those was to Florida, and that was a game where Carolina was up early, and Florida came all the way back, right? Carolina a little bit banged up, but that game, has to be in their mind. And then the next game they were also up, and then they blew a lead. So, so I'm not exactly sure how is Carolina going to react. Now you got big favorite line for Carolina. The first line I saw was -150, and let's see where that one is. Yeah, all right. So it's moved about 15 cents in Florida's favor. I mean, that's a big line considering that, Carolina is not very reliable and a little bit banged up, and Florida off a big loss. But before that, they had been winning. So here you go. Someone's been betting Florida about 15 cents worth.
I get it.
And I'm sorry?
I get it. Well, Anderson's going. That's the thing, Pete. Anderson's had 1 start in the month of December. It was a 4-goal performance he allowed. So he wasn't very good going up against this Florida team. If anything, the over. Like this team just defensively, I don't know. They've been missing Slavin, I believe, still too. That's their best defenseman. Slavin's still out. Jarvis is out too now. Another probably top 6 player on this team. No Jarvis now. Martinook's day to day. Panthers are eventually going to get Kachuk back here soon. Penalty kills have been humming at 89 and 87%. So this feels like it's got to be 5-on-5 then. That's what that kind of tells me right there. But again, no Jarvis long term. He's on the penalty kill. That's going to hurt the Hurricanes. This is going to be I went no goal in the first 9 minutes, 30 seconds, just based on how they both played each other. If any, a lower scoring game, I think, early at least, just based on how they both played, a week ago. And then they lost to Tampa, scored 3 early, but they definitely that's not Hurricane hockey. Much better lower scoring team at home as well. That's the Hurricanes. So lower scoring early. As the game goes on, it's going to be, I would lean to an under, just end of the season here, coming off those high scoring games. Hurricanes should win this one, but a lot depends on how Anderson looks because he hasn't had many starts this month.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about the first period under. But you don't necessarily. I
don't mind that. I don't mind that. It's happened before where there's been that goal in the 5 minutes and then it just locks up. I do think it's a low scoring early. So yeah, the under 1.5 first period. I don't mind that at all, Pete.
All right, I'll think if I want to go on that. Let's look at the comment section here, and let's see. AM system on Hurricanes Look at that. Another favorite that AM is kind of liking. But after reviewing all of his bets, he's cutting out the favorites and the huge dogs. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird last game before the break here.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of data that I've been able to look at least before this show. So historically, it should be a lower scoring game, really, especially after what just happened from the Hurricanes. So yeah, I like the under.
All right, hold on. Let me just look, and then we'll move on. Keeping a brisk pace here. I'm just deciding what I want to all my leans here and stuff. Next game is Nashville and Minnesota. This is a tough one, right? Because both these teams are very good. Big line for Minnesota, which does make sense. They are great. They got blown out by Colorado in their last game, but had won 7 in a row before that. But Nashville now no slouch. They've won 2 in a row. 9-4 last 13, and they've been pretty good on the road as well. So not easy to fade Nashville. I guess I'm going to pass on this one, but I guess free play. I don't even know what I would do free play because Minnesota at home, especially, and coming off a big loss, is a pretty juggernaut type of team. So I don't even know what I would do free play. What do you think?
Yeah, the line though, Pete, it's -200. I see opener. It's down to like -180. So 185. That's kind of a bit of a head scratcher because I think Minnesota here they don't allow teams to score really more than 3 goals. The 2 goals or less in every game except for that Colorado game dating back to December 8th. So you got a Nashville team that for the most part doesn't score a lot. And yeah, the wins 2 from Nashville, guys, 2-1 against the Rangers, 5-3 against Toronto, 5-2 against St. Louis again. So they haven't beat a lot of good teams. They've lost to Carolina twice in the last 10 games and Colorado. Minnesota's right in that range. So I like Minnesota here, Pete. Regulation and Nashville's team total under 3.5 just to kind of kill the juice, -105 tonight.
Well, AM system likes Nashville, but doesn't love it. Still a profitable thing to do, but the margins were low. And now, of course, the line is lower, and 175 is not there anymore. Now it's down into the mid-150s.
Yeah, sorry. There's like a bunch of dogs just barking right outside here. I'm just trying to, mute it as much as I can.
Okay, I'm going to pass on that one. Next game, you tell me. God, every fucking game that I see, I'm like, I think I'm kind of liking something. Going to make it official, and then AM comes over the top with I'm on the other side, and I like it a lot. So we'll see if that happens here as well. Philly and Chicago, right? Chicago returning home. They are really bad now with Bedard out. They're getting banged up, and then they have more injuries. So this is a team where it's hard for them to buy a win. Philly, they're on a back-to-back. They did beat Vancouver last night. They had lost 5 of 6 before that, but 4 of those losses were in OT. So Philly is a decent team. They're on a back-to-back. They're coming off a win, but they're going up against Chicago. That's really and then there's this, I guess you would call it a suspiciously low line. So I was thinking, I guess I would be leaning Philly and Philly team total over, but I admit it's suspiciously low line. First line I saw was like Chicago plus 105. Let me see where it's moved. No, not the line itself. The side hasn't moved much, and the total hasn't moved much either. Interesting.
Yeah, this is I'm not scared of this line, Pete. I caught a bit of that Vancouver game last night. Vancouver won 4 in a row, and Flyers just put it to them the whole game there. I think it was 5-2. The whole team just looked great. This is not like they got to worry about games after this back-to-back. Quick back-to-back, go to Chicago. Missing Frankie Nazar, centerman, Bedard, centerman, 2 of the best players really on the team, top 5 for sure. Could have Foligno back tonight for Chicago, so that'll help them out a little bit. But I think they just kind of keep that momentum going from last night. It's going to be Samuel Ersson going, though. That's the only concern I had was just Ersson. So I think if they win, it is going to be a high-scoring game here, but I just don't think Chicago can keep up with missing those 2 key centermen there tonight. They've also allowed at least 3 goals, I believe Chicago has in like their last 9-10 games here. So Philadelphia coming off, they've just ever since that 3-0 win against the Rangers, it's just been a goal fest. I think Philadelphia here, hot team, coming off those losses too. Pete, you said they lost like 4 in a row before that. I don't see them slipping up here tonight. I think this line should be a little bit. I think this is should be closing at like -1.4. I'd be surprised if Chicago's the favorite here, big time. Even if you have Foligno back, that doesn't do enough for me. Give me Flyers team total over 2.5 and the money line plus 105.
All right, I'm just going to stick with the team total over. It will be 2.5 -161, And again, just to clarify all these team totals, I am going to also take the Detroit team total over 2.5 minus 145. So I'm going to take Detroit team total over 2.5 minus 145, Philly team total over 2.5 minus 161, and Buffalo team total over. I know I said it before, but I'm actually going to think about that. I'm not going to make that official yet. Montreal and Buffalo team total overs. I am just thinking about, and those I am not going to make official yet. But Detroit, yes, and Philly, yes, and I'm not going to take them on the money line, though. Let's see what people have to say here. All right, Philly, yeah. Jason Myers says Blackhawks are an inspiring team I like to root for. But I have to, yeah, I mean, but do they have the personnel, though?
Yeah, like missing your two top centermen, like Jimmy would say, I feel like even here, like that's a pretty big piece to be missed. I'm just bringing up their team here. Like you got Ryan Green. Okay. If you tell me you got Donato centering the first line, now this guy was like fourth line centerman. So they're really shaking up their pieces here. Philadelphia's got a much deeper, talented team coming off a great performance. I literally think first period, even Philadelphia to lead after the first, I think you're getting good value too in this game.
Is it possible that Chicago will come in? I mean, every NHL team has the capability of changing up their style and just making it a 1-0 game or 2-0 game, whether they win or lose, right?
Yeah, that's true. I just don't think I just don't think they have. Only way this would turn south for us, I think, would just Philadelphia just lays an egg. But again, coming off all those losses, they can't really afford to lose too many games. And there's losses have been a lot of one goal, 3-2, 4-3, 3-2, 5-4. So this is a gritty team right now. And I just think they got Chicago at a time where they need the rest and gets back some.
You know what, though? It's a low total and it went down, though. The first line I saw was like 120 or so. Now it's down to like 110, 112.
They're thinking this is like a 3-2 game for one of these two sides. I think it's going to be more like I think I'd see like a 4-1, 4-2 game, to be honest, Philadelphia.
You know what? I'm holding off on the Philly team total as well. I'm not going to make. I am definitely going to make the Detroit team total over 2.5 minus 145 official, but the Philly one I have to think about because I don't know, something just doesn't quite seem right here.
I like the Montreal one though, Pete. Over 2.5 feels nice.
Boston. You don't think Boston's going to be able to D up, huh?
They haven't really all year, and Montreal's just humming right now. So.
All right. AM says system on both sides. Jason Meyer says, should we go Philly minus 1.5? But AM is staying away. So he's got a system on both sides. All right.
Yeah. I like the value. I really think Philly's winning this game.
I don't know. When I see something like that, system on both sides, that tells me that the side that likes the shitty team that should be a bigger dog is probably the right one. You know what I mean? But all right, let's move on. Next game, Utah, Colorado. Colorado, huge favorite, of course. You know, Utah, not bad. They're kind of 50-50, but Colorado, you know, basically awesome. They've won 5 in a row, 21-4 over the last 25. Now, I know that's cherry picking the endpoints, which you shouldn't do, but we're going to do it anyway because it's fun. So that means that the fair line over Colorado's last 25 games should have been minus 525. That was the fair line for Colorado over their last 25 games overall. If they were minus 525 in each game over their last 25 games, you would have broken even. So here they are, minus 265, or what? That was the first line. And let's see where they are now. I'm assuming it's moved up. It's no, about 20 cents, maybe in Utah's favor or so. It's about 240 right now. What do you think? And the total looks like it's dropped a little bit from the very early opener.
This is the old last game of the, before the break here for Colorado, a bad Utah team. I think, and also Utah's not playing too bad, to be honest.
No.
Like they're not playing too bad here. Like they are 6-6. Goal differentials +5. Penalty kill is actually better than Colorado's. Colorado's power play too, only 16% in the month of December. So they're winning. It's just very low scoring games. Yeah, they're 4-0-1. Get that one out, Gokster. In the first period at home, Colorado has been in the last 5. So that's just telling me they are playing well. But I think this is going to be like a no goal first 9 minutes, 30 seconds, Pete. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're going to see a goal as the game goes on. That's where Colorado always beats these teams. But I think plus 125, just based on just how much Colorado scores. First period, last game of the season, off all those wins. I think this is going to be. I don't think we're seeing a goal early. This is one of those ones I didn't trying to find a little bit of value to. You could say tough to find value with Colorado. You usually got to put a same game parlay together. So I think there's going to be no goal really in the first 9 minutes, 30 seconds this game, plus 125. I do.
Okay.
I do.
Fair enough. AM says system on Mammoth here, but again, staying away from huge dogs. Yeah. And this is probably, see, when you have a system, what AM does, and there's like a little bit of an edge, but not a huge one. What I like to do is try to tease out what's causing, what are the parts of the systems that actually do have value and what don't. And this strikes me as one of the ones that doesn't. You know what I mean? Going up against basically an elite team. You know what I mean? That'd be a recommendation. AM tease out elite teams from those systems and then see what the systems give you. And
you know what? First period, I hate to say it, but first period Utah.
Okay.
I think they're not playing bad right now. Like it'd just be Winnipeg 4-3. They know they got a juggernaut of a team they're facing. You're going to get good value on it too. Like I think if this bet loses, if anything, is if Utah scores in the first 9 minutes 30 seconds. To be honest, last game before the break, they're not playing too bad. They're missing Cooley still, but like they got a lot of their mainstay. Colorado's obviously Colorado, but I just think based on that number, because you're going to get probably like plus 200, maybe plus 190 on that, and I think that's a good little price there on Utah first period.
Well, AM now liking the over, even though it's because it's dropped. First line I saw was very very early. Offshore pro book line was like 6.5 under, about 116 or so, and now it's dropped to about 6, almost even on both sides. So AM liking the over, and
really,
there you go. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Pete. Sorry.
Jason Meyer taking Flyers puck line minus 1.5, which is interesting. All right, I'm gonna pass on this Utah Colorado one. Although you're right, AM I think is like the over just seems like if Utah gets down, it's Christmas time, home team, they'll put up some goals. Colorado's not going to D up. If Utah puts up a couple goals, they know they can. That's the more I think about it. And now it's down to 6, though. Why would that be? But yeah.
It all depends on what Colorado wants. If they want, they can come out here and just guns ablaze and not even have to maybe play the third period. Or they're going to just coast and then win the game like 3-1 like it'll be a lower scoring. So I don't got a good feel on that. I think early, though, I don't think we're going to see a goal at least in the first 10 minutes.
All right, well, let's move on. Next game was a similar game with a big line where I was thinking maybe over. Calgary-Edmonton. Calgary has been winning, though, right? They've won 6 out of the last 8. They're more iffy on the road this year. Edmonton, definitely winning, but not rolling, right? They are not at the elite level yet that some people were expecting them to be this year. They are off a nice little 4-3 home win. Before that, they were, had home trips and road trips and home stands that were like 3-2. So they're winning, not rolling. Now they're a big favorite here against Calgary, who again is not, also winning, not rolling, but winning. Not so much on the road, and a relatively, I guess, I was thinking over at 6 minus 115 or so. What do you think on this one, Goldie?
That's what I'm kind of thinking. You're missing Yari now. Yari just got hurt, too. They just traded for Yari, got hurt already. So Picard's going to be starting in net. Calgary's playing quite well right now. This is the Battle of Alberta. So, excuse me, both teams always get up. And the opener, Pete, I'm seeing minus like 190. Opener down to 170. So money's coming in on Calgary for sure in this one. The goals, I think it's going to be a back-and-forth game. A close back-and-forth game here. Both teams have scored first period is where I fired on, though. Calgary does probably have some value on their team total over 2.5, Pete.
Yeah,
they're starting to score, and you got a backup goalie in net and Picard right now in Battle of Alberta. So I want both teams to score first period. I think plus 150 fired on that.
Yeah, I was vaguely thinking about the over. I mean, is Calgary's offensive prowess is that real?
I'm not going to – it's just they're going up against Edmonton right now, and they're playing well. So that's just – I'm not going to really overthink that one right there. Yeah. Health-wise, too, they're let's see quickly. Beans out there, and then Pospisil. They got a lot of their kind of gritty mainstay there. Yari, like I said, is out. Edmonton still have a lot of their mainstays. It's just the goaltending situation here, unless Picard stands on his head, but I don't really see it here. Quickly, numbers on him. 88% save percentage, 1 and 2 in the month of December, 3.65 goals against, and then goal differential +6 for Calgary, +12 for Edmonton. So this feels like an over spot, and Edmonton's power play has been absolutely humming.
It does. All right. I am gonna start. I'm gonna start with I'm gonna take a shot with the first period over 1.5. Gonna be at 130 or so. I'll shop around to see what I can get, but I will yeah, it could not cash, but I'm gonna take a
What do
shot
you
with
think
that.
about quickly, Pete? What do you think about my first period both teams to score instead? What do you think of those, or do you still like the over 1.5? Sorry, what do you?
You know what Edmonton can do. Edmonton can come in and be up 3-zip or down 3-zip in the first period easily. They can do that.
Yeah,
So,
I guess I'm relying on Calgary to get one early. I guess too. Yeah, but I hear you. No, good point.
yeah. I'll take a shot with the first period over. I do like that one, and probably the full game is okay as well. Let's see what people are saying here, and here you go. Oh, and there you go. Okay, AM favorite bet on the board. Calgary money line. Only one system though. He likes it. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, look, this is one of those systems that is not counterintuitive, right? Calgary winning, playing well on the road, getting a big number here. Why would you not take them?
Yeah, and then the lines dropped quite a bit too, like at least 15-20 cents too. That's saying that's just telling me this is going to be goals. Like I'd be, if someone's on the under, I'd like to hear that. I'd like to hear the point on the under, because I think there's going to be goals here. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna add on a Calgary team total over 2.5, just minus 127. So I hate those friggin' 2.5s at like minus 160, and then they lose, and then you were just like totally wrong, and then you're like, what the hell was I doing? But minus 127 or so, I can handle that. I can dig it. I mean, Edmonton, they are sometimes good. Or no, now I can get 125 at another big book. Okay, 125. Edmonton, sometimes they can clamp defensively, right? But mostly they play higher scoring games, don't they?
Yeah, and I keep repeating myself, but it's Picard too, and it's just Calgary. Calgary knows they have a good chance to win this game. I think just based on just having Picard and net here and how well they've been playing. It's going to be tough.
Go ahead.
It's going to be tough, but it's just. The way this game, I see it, the last game before the break too. Like there's no way this is a snooze fest. I don't see that happen.
Yeah, I don't love that they're off of a 6-goal home win against Vegas though. Like they had 2 really nice home wins.
But I don't look too much into it. I think this is when if anything, I'd rather them be playing well going into Edmonton than them.
Yeah, they know that Edmonton is. Yeah, they're going to get up for Edmonton. All right, I'll take it. Calgary team total over. I will definitely add that one on. Thank you for everyone in the comments section. And Gogi, next game on the card is San Jose and Vegas. Man, look at this one. Again, this one is just like, yeah, I mean, Vegas has lost 3 in a row. Before that, they had been rolling. So sure, this is a Vegas spot, but this is a massive line. San Jose, they've lost 2, but they had won 3 in a row before that. And the first line I saw was Vegas like minus 245 or whatever it is. And yeah, okay, there you go. Now it's dropped 30 cents. Okay, I don't know what that opening line was. Even the current line at like minus 215 is still a little bit head scratching. First line I saw was 245. I just didn't understand it. And what do you think, Gogi?
I agree. Like they're missing Theodore and Eichel's day to day. Like they weren't on that road trip there. Vegas is lost both those games. You're missing Eichel. That's a pretty big piece for this team with no Eichel. Not playing very well. Power play's been decent. This is a game I'm gonna have Vegas regulation. It's just they need a big win. The line's way too high. Going out here, they got a San Jose team that are missing some key players here. Khrushchev, Smith, Young Misa, Lindgren's day-to-day defenseman for the Sharks. Both teams are a little bit banged up here. At this number, I can't take it. I think there would be some goals in this game, though. Even Celebrini right now, whenever it's games like this guy's been stepping up. I'd like to see his shots on goal like 3 years. He's been getting 3 or more, I feel like, in every game of late. So Askarov, too. This is a hot and cold goalie for the Sharks. He's not been playing well in the month of December compared to November. Nearly 4 goals against, 87% save percentage. Hart's on the other side, a little bit better, considerably better, actually. So Golden Knights should win this game. It's just can't take it at that number, really, I think.
Yeah, that's a real number there, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's dropped too. Like, why would they open it that high though, Pete? Like that's that's how much they think they're going to win. Like, I think that's a little excessive. But also, I didn't bring this up. 65% penalty kill the Sharks in the month of of December, going up against a 32% power play in the Golden Knights. They're going to need Eichel's a key piece in that. I would imagine like being on that power play. So if he's back, then yeah, I would be on Vegas here, feeling a lot. I know it's one player, but he's a huge piece for this team. So I might wait and to see if Eichel's going to play. I can see them resting him though. It's the last game before the break. He's probably not going to play more. I think about it. So no play.
Yeah. All right. I made a decision. You're right. Montreal, they're good on the road. I will take a shot with their team total over 2.5 minus 145. It's a game they should get up for, and I will. I'll go with that. I'll make that official. Still thinking about the Buffalo one and the Philly one, but Detroit and Montreal, I will definitely make that one official. All right. Let's glance the comment section, and then we'll move on to the last game on the car. Oh no, Matty Ice fade young teams today. Vegas minus 1.5. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a Vegas spot.
Yeah. I like even their team total over, like this should be a get right spot really for Vegas. I would I'm staying off it, but I do think Vegas win. Maybe a money line parlay, but again, I don't really promote those.
Yeah, but before this line came out, I was like, man, if Vegas comes out at minus 160, I'm gonna fucking take him. I don't care what Jose or anyone has to say about it. But 245, no. I didn't. All right, next game, last game on the card is Seattle and LA, and another one that's a little bit LA. First line I saw was minus 245. So you might think, well, what if they won like 6 in a row? No, they've lost 5 out of 6. So geez.
Yeah.
And then so you're like, well, they're probably playing Seattle, who's like lost 15 in a row. No, they've won 2 in a row. They did lose 10 out of 11 before that, but man, huge fucking line, man. LA. I can really
they're fraudulent activity though. LA, I'll tell you that right now. They've scored more. They've scored 3. You got to go back to December 8th, the last time they've scored more than 3 goals.
This is another one. Yeah, I was like, man, if LA comes out at minus 150, I'm gonna take them. I don't give a shit what anyone says. 245, and let's see. There's no way this is still 245. Let's look at the line, and it is 230. All right, so about a 15-cent move from the first opening line I saw, but still 230. This has got to be Seattle or nothing, right?
Yeah, Kings are completely healthy. Like, this is what I don't get. I don't know how the Kings are this kind of bad right now. They have lost to some decent teams, though. Dallas, Florida, Columbus, who are playing a little bit better there. Calgary, bad loss. They lost to Seattle, too. So this is going to be a what I fire on here? Actually, you know what? I think this is going to – both teams played last night. Kings actually turned it on in the third period. Started to look a little bit better as the game went on. Kraken on the other side, they got the win, but the team was very they got that win, right? Yeah, they got that win.
Yeah.
But they Dunn was pissed off. He was leaving the dressing room, slamming sticks and stuff. So I do think the Kings get this one done. They're minus 14 on the goal differential. They're just not a very accountable team right now. On the other side, the Kings, they're going to have, this is the big thing. Can't forget this before the end of this segment. Copley is going to be in net. Kemper's hurt, so they're going to be going with Copley. And that's the question mark I have. I think this is going to be a higher scoring game here. Last game before the season. First period, both teams scored plus 165. Copley's at 88% save percentage in the AHL. 3.13 goals against. Yeah, you're going to have better defense in front of them for the most part. But I just think whenever you get the first game here, first start really, he had relief start back on October 16th. So he hasn't had many starts. He was with Washington in the NHL for a little bit, but just isn't playing. It's tough to compare defense whenever you're going from AHL to NHL, but Kraken, I think, at least early, guys, first period, both teams to score. As the game goes on, you could see this. I'd almost take an under, to be honest, Pete. Just because of just the way the Kings play, they're just so they're just so lazy. I don't know what it is right now with them. They're just. I think early though is where we're going to see the goals in this game. Kraken are missing a lot of key players still, so Kings should win this game, but goals early.
So then, how come this total started really low, 5.5, and now it's moved 10 cents or so even further to the under?
Because I get it, because that's how like these games have been. You could kind of say I'm kind of trying to kind of find a needle in a haystack here in a sense where I'm just trying to pinpoint where I think the over is going to be. But plus 165. Whenever I have teams coming off a back-to-back, Pete, I find for the energy is usually there in the first period. It's as the game goes on, one of these teams is usually going to start to skate a little bit heavier out there, a little bit quicksand in their skates. So, and I think that's going to be the Kraken tonight. Yeah, it just Copley starting. We got to see what we're going to get from him. I think goal early. Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing at one of these sites, which I guess I'm seeing Forsberg, but unconfirmed. It's definitely Copley.
Well, Forsberg went last night. He was in net last night. Unless they want to go with they don't usually do this. They could go Forsberg again, which even so, I don't think that's not something a goalie usually does. So either way, if it's Forsberg or Copley, I still like the goals early.
That's just what they're showing here. All right, let me close this out. It's all right. Let's look at the comment section here. Yeah, maybe the full game under. Jason Meyer.
This game stinks. This game, I would agree. If anything, like LA should not be any time. Like they don't deserve to be this number against any team in the NHL. I don't care who it is. Like they haven't shown anything. And then they've won the last 2 games here defensively, looking a little bit better too, Seattle. So I would be leaning towards Seattle at this number.
Yeah, man, the under kind of is just very, very tempting, isn't it? Is there? Oh, but AM's leaning over.
And I like over early. I think if there's some goals early, you get like a 6.5, maybe. I would hit that under for sure.
All right. I'm going to hold off on this one. All right. So let me just review all the ones I made official so far. We'll go back to Gokster, and then maybe I'll add some stuff. Maybe not. I am taking Toronto -1 at a big dog line, -127 and +201 on the puck line. I am taking Rangers Washington first period under 1.5 -109. For the team totals, there are 3 that I am willing to take. Detroit over 2.5 -145, Montreal 2.5 over -147, and Calgary over 2.5 -125. I'm going to hold off on Philly 2.5 at -161 and hold off on Buffalo 2.5 -137, but who knows? And then, of course, I was leaning Islanders, team total under 2.5 +120, but AM really likes the Islanders, so I'm going to hold off on that one as well. But I did put in a New Jersey -1 at plus money, again, going directly against AM, which I don't like to do, but, Jack Hughes is back there. They've got Timo Meier back. They should have some motivation here, and we'll see. If it loses, it's a dog line. And then I'm also taking Calgary, Edmonton, first period over 1.5 -128. Those are all the official ones I've done so far. So Toronto -1, Detroit team total over 2.5, Montreal team total over 2.5, New Jersey -1, Calgary, Edmonton first period over 1.5, and Calgary team total over 2.5, and a whole bunch of leans I got there. But as of right now, that's it, Mr. Gokster. Please review your official plays. Thanks very much.
For sure, Pete. We're at 12 picks. A lot of picks here today, guys. I'll try to be quick here. I'm on Washington regulation. I like Washington and reg. Dallas and Detroit. I'm going first period draw here. 2 teams playing very well. See a draw plus 180. Sabres, Senators. This is the one I get a little bit of cold feet on this one. You could say just Pete brought up a good point of how well they're playing last game before the break, but I still see this game being high scoring. First period, both teams to score plus 155 and both teams to score 3 goals plus 175. Panthers, Hurricanes, no goal. First 9 minutes, 30 seconds, plus 115 after just Hurricanes not looking good in the last third, especially third period in the last 2 games. I'm on the Devils too. See how that one turns out, Pete. I just think, like you said, the health and just them turning in the right direction and the injuries with no Horvat and company. So give me Devils -122. Montreal, I'm trusting Montreal here, plus 105 against Boston here. I think it'll be a high-scoring game as well. Minnesota Reg and Nashville's team total under 3.5, -105. Like Minnesota a lot here. No goal first 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Utah, Colorado. I think we a little sneaky one here, plus 125 as well. Philadelphia money line and the team total over 2.5. I think someone in the chat even had the puck line, Pete. I think Philadelphia wins this one, plus 105 on that. First period, both teams to score with you there in Calgary and Edmonton, plus 150. And then taking a shot with the last game here, LA and Seattle, first period, both teams to score as well, plus 165.
All right. The only lean that I'm really thinking maybe I should add on here is the Florida-Carolina game because, again, Carolina, they played 2 games ago. Carolina was up 3-0. Florida came back and got them. And my thoughts are either or both the first period under or the Florida team total over. Let's just quickly review those. Because when Carolina They got to be pissed about that game. They should, and is Florida, the thing is that Florida is also off a bad margin home loss to St. Louis as a big home favorite. So are they going to come in here and just start trading shots, or is this going to be like they just played 2 games ago and they're going to come in here and it's going to be an intense atmosphere to start?
Yes, it's going to be a lower scoring, intense game, Pete. I think last game before the break, this feels like a lower scoring game. Both teams have been playing well, 7-3, 6-3. Goal differential, no one's really in the negative. Penalty kills have been strong. This even feels like a full game under to me here. A lot depends on Anderson, but I think at home here, look for the accountability to go up. They're missing Slavin and Jarvis. Jarvis is going to hurt this team long term with goals, so not having him is going to hurt Carolina for goals. This feels like an under here.
So so Anderson starting for Carolina, and that's a problem because you think he like sucks hugely, or what?
Well, he's had 1 start in December and he allowed 4 goals. I don't have who that was against. So it's against who?
Toronto.
That's not a good sign. Toronto's always had that team's number, but Toronto has not been scoring at all year. So that doesn't help the case, but that would be the only hiccup there. Would just be as if he's still something's wrong maybe with Anderson and he has a bad performance there. But I think early, at least, that's where I fired on this game. No goal. First period, I like better than full game. More we talk about it, yes.
And what about the Florida team total over, though? I mean, they are, they had been winning, and they're coming off a pretty bad home loss. They should be motivated. You think they're going to mail it in here?
Not mailed in. I just think Carolina is going to be they're a tough team to get the puck from. Like they're very much of like a dump and chase team. They got their own little system here that's going to be tough, I think, on Florida. Despite them, they lost that game 4-3. But I think Carolina's going to try and put it to them here. But I think Florida's on the back end and Bobrovsky, they're going to be able to hold up. This is going to be a lower scoring game.
Because Florida's got their Christmas. The Florida's been winning. They are off a loss, but now they get to go home for Christmas. And I'm not sure if. All right, all these bets you can make. Some of them lose by a lot, some of them lose by a little. But I will take a shot with the first period under in this one. I will add that one on. Florida, Carolina, first period under. It's going to be a slight plus money, 103 or 105, something like that. I'll shop around to us. So I'm going to add that one on. Florida, Carolina. First period under 1.5 plus 105. Andrew says Anderson he's cheeks.
See, that's the only. It just depends on how Anderson looks here. I don't know what we're going to see from Anderson, but I think early at least the team's going to be able to at least make them look good. And in the first period, as the game goes on, you're going to probably have to rely. So you got to rely on your goalie, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I think 20 minutes in, coming off those brutal losses on the road. I don't expect Carolina to just look shitey in front of Anderson tonight. I don't.
He's cheeks.
He's borderline cheeks. Yeah, he's been illegal out.
All right, sorry, I'm just shopping around. I got for this last pick so I can quote it, just so if I ever. All right, so yeah, plus 103 is going to be the line on that one. And once again, AM, Lycan, Red Wings, Islanders, Calgary. I'm on the Red Wings and Calgary team total overs. And what can I tell you? I'm on New Jersey -1. I'm sure if 2 of those 3 win, AM will be like very happy. Maybe the Devils will be the one that wins. All right, thanks so much, Mr. Gokster. And that's it. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Absolutely, Peter. Thanks a lot. And next Tuesday, TGL starts up. Golf League. Remember the old Golf League? It starts up again next Tuesday. So I'll have some winners for you guys next Tuesday as well. See you
Looking forward to that for sure. Definitely. No doubt about it, baby. All right. Okay, so now we got we're going to do NBA. We got a friggin' massive card on for today. And if 14 NBA games isn't enough for you, which I would understand that. I can dig it. Billy Brisbane is also going to give us some advanced looks at the Christmas NBA card as well, which I did not have time to look into. But all right, so we're going to keep a brisk pace here. Are Justin and Brizzy both there? There you go. Everyone, welcome to the show, Justin McKelvey and Billy Brisbane. All right, guys, let's start with today's NBA games, and then we can get to it.
I thought we were going straight Christmas games because I texted Jose that the day before Christmas break for the NBA is a fucking joke with the injury news report, and it's like pointless to cap the games. I mean, like you'll look at the injury news report at like 5:00 Eastern today, and like some teams will rest players just for Christmas.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yes, no, I hear you. All right, so let's start. But but we're going to go over today's games, though. We'll do it fast. But
no bets on today's games for me. That's my
Okay.
rule. I don't bet the day before Christmas.
I mean, that's a pretty good rule. Justin McKelvey, how do you feel about that rule?
No comment.
No comment. No comment. Okay. All right. So I spent a lot of time, not a lot of time. I spent some time looking at today's game. So we'll go down them one by one and just talk about what we think and what could happen, what might happen. But the Christmas games we got.
I got 7 bets. I got 7 bets today. 8 if you include college. So
okay. So we're gonna go over the Christmas quickly. The Christmas games right now. Justin, did you look at those at all?
no, that's like 2 days away, right?
Yeah, I know that's like
This is how the biz works. You do the Christmas games on Tuesday, the videos get chopped up for Thursday, and we get the views today and tomorrow. That's how the biz works, man. We got to do the Christmas day a day early.
Ahead. All right. So we'll see. We'll see what we have to say. Hey, I'd say, and of course, he can expand on it in the next few days. Of course, first game, the 12 noon game, Cleveland at the Knicks, right? And Cleveland, man, are they bad, ATS wise, that is. Yesterday, I'll tell you, I don't make I'm not proud of all my NBA bets, but I live bet Charlotte at the half. And even when they were down by a lot, I was like, it's still an okay bet. And they wound up covering. Cleveland has lost 1, 2, 3, a lot in a row. Cleveland, not good ATS. And then, of course, the Knicks, a juggernaut ATS until the NBA Cup. And then since then, they've been a little bit iffy. What do you think? Obviously, the Knicks are going to be a favorite here. Right now, I'm seeing 5.5 and 235.5 for the total.
I'll go first here. I mean, a couple of days of rest added here. Brunson and OG are going to be rested for this game tonight, I believe, against the Timberwolves. So they're going to come into this Christmas game a little bit healthier, or just not healthier, just not as many miles as they had in the last week. The Cavs have the worst ATS record in the NBA this season, 8-21 ATS. I mean, New York's 14-2 straight up at home. This kind of feels like a Scrooge spot where like everybody gets on side of the Knicks here. The Knicks end up winning but not covering. Christmas is always a good spot to play first half unders despite the high total. I like the first half under in this one. 236.5, 237s out there on the board. This is our Christmas theme, Pete. First game of the day, 12 o'clock noon. We bet the first half unders.
Yeah. No, I like that. Especially since when the Knicks are playing well, a lot of times they do go under, and the Cavs, it's not a very good season for them right now. They'll probably come in and try to the Knicks up. That makes sense, Justin, right?
To be honest, I didn't even know they was playing. I haven't even looked at the
yeah. And it's a little bit of a suspiciously low spread considering how bad Cleveland's been ATS and how good the Knicks can be. Just 5.5, especially Christmas day game where they're probably going to get some calls and this and that.
Yeah, but the only thing about that is
go ahead, Justin.
The reason why I didn't look into this, like the Knicks played today, and Brunson's not just sitting out. Brunson's dinged up, so I can't even cap this game until I see the outcome of the Timberwolves game and get an update about Brunson, because if we're on the first half under,
Brunson is fine.
You said what?
Brunson is fine. He played a Las Vegas Championship Cup game, and then the next night was rolling out here against the Pacers and shooting game-winning buzzer beaters. Like, they got to rest him for a couple of days. They can't just keep on playing him 35-plus minutes in every game like he's just going to die.
All right. Well, I definitely agree with your initial thoughts on taking the first half under. No doubt about that. I'm not going to add that to my record. But
if Brunson was really going to be out, I don't think this line would have moved the way that it did. This line opened up at -2.5, and it's all the way up to -6.
Okay. All right. So I agree with your take on that, Billy Brisbane. Then the next game on Christmas is the Spurs at OKC. And, of course, the Spurs beat OKC outright as a double-digit dog in the NBA Cup in mid-December. So here you go, revenge for OKC here. And the line will be, you have to lay 11.5.
Hey, real quick, though. Hey, Pete.
Yep.
It might not be revenge. Because this same matchup played today.
Oh, wait, is that – oh, that's right. Wait a minute. Oh, right, it's a home and home. That's right.
Yeah,
Thank you for right.
That's why I was saying I didn't even look into Thursday's games, because with there being 14 games,
Yes.
And like you got OKC, San Antonio playing back-to-back games.
Right. Yes.
So
yes.
we don't know if it's going to be revenge or not. They might slaughter the Spurs tonight.
Yes. Or it's not. It could be double revenge. In which
I'm
case,
about to say, or it could be double revenge.
yeah. But right now we got OKC minus 11.5. Totals about 232.5, which was the exact same total for today's game, I believe. Billy Brisbane, do you think there's any reason to look at this game before finding out how tonight's game goes?
I thought this line tonight was just really oddly low. You see San Antonio at plus 5.5, and then you see them on Christmas Day, and OKC's minus 11.5. I feel like they're trying to sucker people in to take the Spurs plus the points. Wemby's kind of still in the minutes restriction. It won't be as limited as their first matchup. OKC, it depends on like how they play tonight, but I think tonight is kind of more of like a go through the motions type of game, and then on Christmas you're going to really see them put boost to ass. You get the Oklahoma City Thunder, one of the teams I would say that really do have a home court advantage in the NBA, playing on Christmas Day. I think OKC is going to come out and ball out on Christmas Day. Hopefully, my eye is on the total. This total tonight is at 233.5, and that's kind of copy and pasted that they have for the Christmas total. I like the over on Christmas Day. I think them boys are going to be I felt like the Vegas game, San Antonio was kind of a little bit nervous in the first half, and then they kind of settled into the game. I think with the familiarity between these two teams, I think that's going to create an over position here where these two teams are going to be familiar with each other. They're going to know their goods and their bads, and I think there's going to be a lot of points scored on the board here in this Christmas Day game here.
All right, we will see how tonight's game goes, and then that will shed some light on what's like to have in Christmas. Next game is going to be Dallas at Golden State. Dallas at Golden State, and of course, both these teams are playing tonight. But Golden State coming off of a nice win against Orlando, but before that, overall, not very good ATS for a while. They had a small run of covers in early December, but in general, losing most games, game in and game out, ATS-wise. And Dallas kind of the opposite. The last two road games, both of them were they were, lines were close, competitive lines, and they lost both straight up and ATS. But before that, definitely they had been rolling in general ATS. And so Golden State right now is 7.5-point favorite at home over Dallas on Christmas. You got to think that home teams will get a little bit of a boost on Christmas games, but that's a pretty big boost, all things considered, right?
Yeah, I would agree 100%. I feel like the market's kind of pricing the Warriors like they're still some championship squad from years past, which isn't the case this year. I mean, while Curry's still been producing, the results have varied for the Warriors. I mean, since the GM replied to the fan, they've played better. They've won their last two games, but I don't know. It feels like the sports books are underestimating the Mavericks here, and they've gotten healthier and finding out what works for them. They've had good results during the month of December here, beating the likes of Denver, Miami, Houston, Detroit. It's really the fact of where AD's at at this point of his career. He isn't going to show up from night to night, but there will be specific spots where he'll show you that he's one of the elite players in the NBA and one of the best big men in the NBA. And Christmas Day game against the Warriors, I mean, Stacks always says the Warriors' biggest problem is down low, and I definitely think Anthony Davis goes off on this Christmas Day game, and the Mavericks are live to backdoor cover this 7.5 spread. This total is oddly low. 226.5 is going to be the lowest total in the whole entire Christmas Day game slate pre-flop. So if you like totals, take the under.
All right, yeah, it does seem at first glance Dallas getting a little bit disrespected. Also in tonight's game, I know Denver's great, but Dallas getting a big number at home against Denver on a back-to-back. We'll talk about that very shortly. And then the next game on the card is Houston and the Lakers. Houston and the Lakers. Lakers about a 4.5 or 5-point dog right now. Total is 228, and the Lakers, of course, coming off of their pretty bad, I guess. I'm sure they care about it. Lost to the rival Clippers. Before that, they had been a pretty decent ATS. The Lakers are playing tonight, of course, and Houston not getting it done. Their last game was an OT loss, road loss as a double-digit favorite, and on that road trip they had two other OT losses, both as favorites. One was 1 point, one was another one, 9.5 points at New Orleans. So Houston, at least for now, struggling on the road. They'll be another favorite again against the Lakers. What do you think, Billy?
Marquee game of the day here. LeBron has the most Christmas Day wins of anybody that's played in NBA history, while Houston hasn't played a Christmas Day game since 2019. That is a long ass time not to be on Christmas. I mean, it's probably because of KD being back in the spotlight for the foreseeable future. We'll probably see the Rockets more on national television. It's hard for me to get behind the Lakers here, though. Their record's kind of deceiving, where they've gone 12-3 versus teams below 500, and when they play teams with a winning record, they've only gone 7-5. Regression's definitely due to hit them, and it's probably Houston here. I mean, Houston's second best net rated team in the NBA. Yeah, they've let down some games close down the stretch. That would be kind of the concern here, but it's really I'm not a big trends guy. You know, we always talk about trends on Pub Sports Radio, but it's hard to ignore this trend. There's no secret. Crypto.com overs have been cashing at an absurd rate this season. Every Lakers home game this year has gone over the total, 11-0 towards the over here. And I think there's another one. I think the Rockets go over their team total of 116.5 minus 110. Probably going to get that line early, because that line probably go up here as the public starts betting these Christmas Day games closer to the date. Yeah. But I don't know how I feel about the full game over, but I like the Rockets team total over. Could be a sweaty one to cover, but I think there's multiple ways that the Rockets could cover their team total over. In a win, I think they go over 116.5, and in a loss, I think it's going to be a shootout here for the Lakers. Lakers sitting, resting guys tonight. You can clearly see that with the Phoenix Suns being a 6.5 point favorite at the crib. I think that kind of leaves a little bit of a opportunity here for them to come out slow against the Rockets. I mean, the Rockets are one of the best first half, first quarter teams in the NBA. So if you're looking for a play, shouts to LJ, Rockets first quarter or Rockets first half. And then I like the team total over here for the Rockets.
Man, you got some nice reads on these Christmas. Yeah, because Christmas Day games, that's just kind of how the NBA is. Certain kinds of days have certain kinds of tendencies. And if you're familiar with them, you tend to see them year in and year out. That was a really nice read there, Brizzy, on these games. And the last game we're going to talk about here is Minnesota Denver. Denver is, of course, they're going to be the favorite here, but it's a relatively small line. I think it's about 4 or 4.5. Of course, they rolled Utah in their last game. Denver doesn't cover everything, but they do get their covers. They're not one of these great teams that is bad against the spread. And then Minnesota, a little iffy ATS wise. They've gotten some nice covers recently, but overall, still just a questionable team ATS wise in general. So Denver, both these teams are going to play tonight, but Denver only laying a relatively short number here at first glance to Minnesota. What do you think?
Yeah, this total's getting steamed since the opening. This is the highest over-under on the whole entire Christmas card. This total is going up 7.5 points. I expect a lot of public money to be on the Nuggets here at this short of a price tag. They've been road warriors this year, and rather than like years past, it feels like the Nuggets beat up teams at home, and then they kind of have some faultier games on the road. It's been the opposite this year. They've been smacking teams on the road, and they've been kind of somewhat letting down these home games. Minnesota, prior to their last head-to-head meeting versus Denver that they lost, they won 6 straight head-to-head versus Denver. I mean, this could be a good buy low spot on them. And my favorite Christmas Day player prop is going to be Anthony Edwards over 3.5 3-pointers. That line isn't out yet, but whatever. It's Durrell, but I don't give a fuck what the spread is. I don't give a fuck what the line is. Anthony Edwards is about to go off in this game. Points and assists over 3.5 3-pointers. I'm big on Minnesota here scoring-wise. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the outright dub, but interested to see what you boys think about this one.
Yeah, it is a pretty low line. I mean, yeah, you're right. Denver has repeatedly stunk things up at home this year. They've also gotten some nice wins, but yeah, it's a very low line, just -4. All right, we'll see where this line moves. All right, thanks, Billy Brisbane. Now you guys ready to get into the massive 14-game card for tonight?
Oh, man, the theme of the Christmas Day slate is you bet the Christmas games while everybody looks at the 14-game slate, and the lines will move,
Yeah, all right. So, around the holidays, all sorts of unexpected things happen, not just in terms of who's in and who's out, but also in terms of motivation. Not Flesh Allen used to talk about this all the time. Certain teams will be motivated, certain teams won't be. We got 14 games on the card tonight. First one to look at, Washington, Charlotte. Washington, they've now covered 4 or 5, right, including 2 straight-up road wins. as a double-digit dog. So nice job Washington there. Charlotte on a back-to-back. They lost, but they covered at Cleveland. They've now covered 5 of 7. Covering Cleveland, not very impressive to me because that's what everyone does. And some people are going to be out for Charlotte, I believe. Mason Plumlee out for Charlotte, and and so Charlotte might be a little bit banged up. Laying a number here. My first thought was maybe Washington. Justin, what do you think about this one? Washington getting points?
No, I don't. Excuse me, I don't have nothing in this game.
Okay.
I mean, this is such a hard game to bet. I mean, think about Charlotte last night. Charlotte just played in probably one of their most emotional spots of the year, playing at home against Cleveland. You had the ball versus ball brother thing going on last night, and LaMelo looked like he was locked the fuck in that game. I mean, he was hitting fadeaway three-pointers from the first possession of the game to the end of the game. I don't think Charlotte's going to play with that same intensity tonight. And Washington isn't a team that you would want to put your American dollars on at all. I don't give a fuck if it's a Washington spot or not. I think you have to just limit yourself to the player prop market. Colin Knippel's player prop tonight is really high. That line is 20.5 at -118. I mean, that's pretty fat for Colin Knippel. And always like attacking the Charlotte Hornets with bigs. Alexander Sarr's been back in the lineup. Maybe this is an Alexander Sarr game, but if you bet on this game, you need to call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Okay, well, someone did. They bet the under because the total's gone down a little bit from like 235 or so to 232. But yeah, totals and the line is 5.5 now, so not much move on the sides. All right, next game we're gonna look at Nets and Philly. Right, the Nets, Nets have been better. They're 5-2 straight up, 6-2, 5-3 straight up, 6-2 ATS in their last 8. Very nice. Of course, they've been playing great defensively, under and 12 of their last 14. Philly's also been covering. And will the Nets continue to have some value here, or are they going to get worked? Philly's a big.
But this is what I'm talking about, though. The Sixers today, they canceled their whole entire shoot around today. We have no idea who the fuck is playing for the Sixers today, and they canceled a shoot around. So, tell me you don't care about playing the Nets without saying you don't care. You cancel your shoot around, you don't have anything on the injury news report, and you're saying to the NBA, openly fine us. If everything was all go, this is a Sixer spot all day, but I don't know, man. We could get to 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock and half the lineup be out. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, we know the betting market tells you more than any media story will tell you. Philly's still a 10-point favorite, right?
Yeah, but it opened up 12 and it's all the way down to 9.5. So I mean, somebody's out.
I feel you. All right, Justin, what do you think about this one? Pass?
No, I'm on Joel Embiid. I'm assuming he's going to be in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I target big man against a few teams in the league. The Warriors, the Nets, and the Celtics. I target big men. And I think Beeb going to be in. I think that they're just playing with the whole shoot-around thing. They're going to have a couple of days off, letting Beeb sit through the holidays. And going up against this Nets team, whether it's a blowout or not, I would look at Embiid's first quarter points, his first quarter points and his full game points, but I'm making official over 22.5 points -120.
Okay, Embiid over 22.5 points. And we'll see where this line, we'll see who's in and who's out and where this line moves. But as of right now, it's still Philly as a favorite, -10, and the total, it's gone up a little bit.
I know right off the bat, VJ Edgecombe is out of this game. That if VJ's out, I mean, damn, they might sit some guys. If VJ's the one that's getting benched and rested for this one, I would not be shocked. We get to 5 o'clock and it's like the Sixers G League team out here.
No, sure. I know. I understand. All right. Next game is Chicago and Atlanta. And of course, they played each other in their last game, a super high scoring game in regulation, 300 points in regulation. Total on that one closed at 260. And the game went over by 40 points. Welcome to the NBA in the 2020s. Chicago won. So Atlanta here is about a 4-point favorite. Total is, actually lower than the last one. It's mid 250s or so. I don't know. Is this just a don't overthink it? Atlanta first quarter, if not first half of the full game. Chicago, is getting healthier now. And so they might be turning a corner ATS wise. Justin, what do you think?
I don't have nothing in this game, but I got Giddy double-double, possible triple-double underlined and on my little notes. I think it's going to be a fast-paced game. I think if you're looking at the total, we just seeing like almost 300 points just the other day when these teams play. It opened up. Well, I ain't gonna say it opened up, but I seen a 254.5. I ain't bet it, but I would lean under. But it's hard to bet under when 4 of the last 5 meetings these teams went over, but the over wasn't 254. So I don't really want to cap games with ever since Trey came back, especially with the Hawks. Trey, I feel like they ain't won a game yet since Trey came back. So just know that. But I would look at Giddy props. I would look at Giddy possible triple double, probably +4 something. But I wouldn't want to be on the Hawks, and I wouldn't want to be in the over. This total's way too high. Like 254, like one bad quarter, you in there.
Yeah. No, I hear you. On the other hand, 180-point quarter, and you're really close.
180-point quarter, you're stuck.
I don't know, man. Billy Brisbane, I'd be thinking, I guess, Atlanta first quarter, maybe first half, but the Bulls are maybe improving now. They were pretty crappy for a long time. Maybe turning a corner now, getting healthier. What do you think?
It's hard to ignore Trae Young's props. It just looks really low. 30.5 points and assists. This is going to be third game back for Trae. Minutes will probably be 28 through 32 minutes. He just torched the fucking Bulls. He had 35 points and 9 assists in 26 minutes. He's had 38 points and assists in every other game against the Bulls this season. And over in the last 3 seasons, he's had 30-plus points and assists in 8 head-to-head matchups versus the Chicago Bulls. So, I don't know. Everybody goes left, you go right. So take Jalen Johnson props, right? I mean, how high is too high for a double-double? I mean, I ain't never seen Jalen Johnson at no minus 330 for a double-double. God, I don't want to say the word GD, but damn, man, minus 330 for Jalen Johnson double-double? Man, times have changed, and you got to change with the times.
Yes. Always remember that. All right, I'm going to take a shot. It might lose. Atlanta Hawks, first quarter, -1, -108. They're coming off a loss. No brainer. First quarter, -1, -108. It could easily lose. We'll see. Let's move on. Next game on the card is New Orleans and Cleveland. The Pels, wow, covered 10 of their last 11. Cavs, we talked about it earlier. Terrible ATS. Lost 6 in a row. ATS. I don't mind fading, especially at home. I don't mind fading them pregame, at the half, live, whatever. And Cleveland, first line I saw, laying a big number here, -9. Now the Pelicans, of course, are on a back-to-back, and they're off a big fourth quarter comeback win. So I don't like to bet any team, necessarily in that situation. I'm always thinking twice about it. But in light of how these teams have done ATS recently, it's a big number. Cleveland laying a big number at home. What do you think, Justin?
I'm right with you. I made an exception today. I usually don't like to back teams that just came off what I feel like is an emotional win. They was getting smoked yesterday against the Mavericks, and I took the dog for a walk and came back, and they was winning. So I don't know what happened. I started watching the game to go through it, but I usually don't want to back a team like the Pelicans after something like that. But don't nobody want the Cavs as a favorite. Don't nobody want the Cavs as a big favorite. And this Pelicans, if you're going to recent form and you're going ATS, you don't want the Cavs, but you do want the Pelicans. They're 4-0 the last 4 wins, covering 3-1 the last 4. ATS, depending on the number you got, might have been 4-0. But I got plus 9.5 with the Pelicans. I got that at -110. I just feel like coming off the bat-to-bat, okay, you got a little bit of travel, but you just had a whole team effort and came back from, I want to say they was down 20 and came back and won a game outright decently. So I think the momentum's going to carry with them facing this Cavaliers team that Cavaliers double-digit spread. Like, I can't do it. They just didn't cover this number against the Hornets the other day, talking about the Cavaliers. So I wouldn't want to be on the Cavaliers giving up double digits. So I'm on the Pelicans plus 9.5, -110.
All right, Billy Brisbane, what do you think about this one? I'm going to pass.
You know that feeling as a kid that day before you get off for holiday break is the same exact feeling that NBA players feel the day before Christmas. And this is – you're talking about a team on a second night of a back-to-back that plays in Madison Square Garden in less than 48 hours. You can't put money on them. Like, you literally can't. And then the Pelicans, pass. This is such a pass. Don't even play player props in this game. Like, if you're gonna play a player prop, maybe Dalen Tyson, and that's about it. But like, this is the most pass ass basketball game of the card.
Okay, we will pass. And leading up to 2:00 Eastern time, we will talk about the Toledo Louisville college football game. Kongs Clips really liking Louisville. It was 6.5 last night. Now it's all the way up to, or it was 8 last night. Now it's all the way up to 12. And Kongs Clips saying that he would still like Louisville first half at minus 6.5 or so. But that starts at 2:00. And yeah, Kongs Clips liking Louisville in that one. And we will.
That's at 12 now?
It's
2:00.
Yeah, 11. It's a 2. Oh, right. Yeah, it's like 11.
No, I'm talking about the spread.
It's over 10. It's way over 10 as of right now. So that line.
I got some player props in this game as well.
I got 6.5 yesterday.
Yeah, very, very, very good. Well, if anyone wants to kill Justin McKelvey now, you can't. But you can still get the first half minus 6.5 if you want that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Okay, next game on the card will be Milwaukee and Indiana. And Milwaukee, you know, they're off a cover, kind of 50-50 ATS. Indiana, they're off a back-to-back, a loss but cover at Boston. And I don't know, Milwaukee's just having trouble scoring in general. Indiana, not too good offensively either. I have nothing on this one, but my thought here is no-brainer under maybe. Justin, what do you think?
Stacks play today, number 2. I'm on the Indiana Pacers money line plus 100.
Wow.
And I look at this as they're 3-1 on the second leg, 3-1 ATS second leg of the back-to-back. Coach Carlisle still going for his 1000th win. Why not get it at home against a team that you can't despise? You got Miles Turner, pre-visa of the Pacers, now on the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's just some more reason. Like, these teams hate each other. Up until recently, the Pacers don't own this team. They send them out to playoff. Milwaukee won the previous meeting this year, but Pacers covered. And with the Pacers, I feel like they're coming back home. I feel like last night's debacle was the look ahead for this Milwaukee coming back home, get the 1000th win, because they was just up like 20 yesterday against the Celtics and came back and lost by almost double digits, like 7 or 8, 6, some shit like that. But this Pacers team is out of the last 10 of the last 15 games, it didn't cover ATS. So perfect spot for right before Christmas. Get your 1000th win at home. You don't got to worry about playing till Christmas. You hate this team. Major letdown last night against the Bucks. Stacks play today, number 2, Indiana Pacers, plus 1.
Wow. That makes sense. And just capping the capper, I'm thinking maybe first half is even better or as good, right?
I like it all.
Yeah, I might tail you on that one, Justin. I just did tail everyone on the Louisville first half. This line is up to 12.5, Justin, and the first half is 7, headed towards 7.5. Caesars and the rec books have 7.5s now. So
is somebody sitting like why is that line spiking like that?
I don't know, but I don't really need to know, right?
12, I mean, you're right.
12, and the total's not moving at all, which is interesting.
44.5.
All right.
12-point spread with a 44-point total.
Jeez. Yeah. And the first half is 6.5. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, I'm sure you can get them, but the big books are now up to 7.5 or 7 highly juiced towards 7.5. All right. Next game on the NBA card is Toronto and Miami. The Raps off of 2 big margin ATS losses, both as a 4-point or so favorite. Raps are now 2-10 ATS over their last 12, but on the year they've just been pretty good at home. Recently they're stinking it up, but still 8-4 ATS. Over the last 12 road games. So Toronto, and of course they've got RJ Barrett being out is bad. Pirtle being limited or out is bad for them. But Miami's banged up too. They are also 2-10 ATS in their last 12 games. So one of these teams is going to get their third cover in their last 13 games tonight. And Miami's been a very under-trending team recently. And the Heat have a bunch of guys out as well. So my first line I saw was 5.5. Let's see where it is now. And it's still right about there. Justin, what do you think?
I don't have nothing this game. I lean towards the Raptors. They didn't cover 9 of the last 13 meetings against this team. But I don't know. This Raptors team, just recent form, I really don't want to be on them. But the Heat, as a favorite, I always say, don't nobody want the Heat. At least I don't want the Heat as a favorite, whether on the home or the road. So that made me want the Raptors. I don't have nothing official, but I do have the Raptors on the line. It's just I don't like the recent form, but I don't like this Heat team no more. Like this Heat team can't score. They start off the season.
Their ass.
Yeah, I don't know, like they tricked me. They came out, they were scoring a whole bunch of points. Now they still want to play fast, but they can't score. Like they borderline suck. So, but I just said it the other day. I can't remember the last show I did, but the Heat is a favorite. I want to say they're playing the Raptors.
I remember I bet the Heat the other last week against
didn't they just play each other?
Nets. They just played each other the game before the Nets, and that was the game that the Raptors ended up beating the Heat 106-96. It was the Heat's last home game, actually.
And now here they are back home.
Back home against Raptors. I mean, it seems like a revenge spot, but I don't know, man. Like, no Jakob Poeltl kind of feels like the Raptors are on fade alert, but I think you just bet Scotty Barnes props, rebounds and assists, 13.5. Lines going up to 14.5 in some places. Seems like a really good spot for RJ Barrett. I mean, in games without RJ Barrett and Poeltl, he's gone over his rebound line in 3 or 4 games, averaging 9 rebounds per game, 15.8 rebound chances. And when he sees 14-plus rebound chances, he's gone over his prop 15 out of his last 16 games. And then if you look at Miami, they allowed 3rd most rebounds per game overall this season and 5th most to the power forward position. So Scotty should go over.
Okay, right. I was what do you get? Just 10-second thoughts on it. It's kind of obvious. Both teams have been kind of lower scoring recently. I was thinking about a shot with the under. It has gone down about a point since I first saw it. What would you think about a shot on the under?
It's the day before Christmas. Who really feels like playing defense?
So you think they'll play no defense, right? I mean, it'll be
no, not at all. Miami already plays at the fastest pace in the league.
Yeah. Kripke likes all right. Kripke likes the Raps +5 if they're healthy, and Bala on a budget likes Heat team total under 117. And you're right. Thank you very much, Prizzy. I'm gonna pass. Good thing to pass on a lot of these pre-Christmas.
Raptors don't even have a center in the game. I would not want to play the under. I mean, they might go small.
All right, next game is Denver-Dallas. Denver's on a back-to-back. They rolled Utah yesterday, of course. They covered 4 of 5 now. And, they've been great on the road. As you said, Billy, Denver has been rolling it. This is a lot of points, though. Dallas lost that game to New Orleans yesterday. They're also on a back-to-back. They were up, and then they lost late. I don't know. Dallas getting like 7.5 or whatever. I was thinking maybe Dallas team total over at least. A little bit disrespected here. Justin, is Dallas getting disrespected here, getting this many points?
Yeah, I don't have an official, but I do have the Mavericks. Plus 7.5 minus 112. I have it in my best slip. I ain't making an official, but what I am is I'm on the over 235.5 minus 112. And if you look at it, both of these teams, mainly the Nuggets on the road, they trying to the over especially as a road favorite. They just came off of last night. They didn't get to their total, but their total was like 251, and they had like 240-something points scored yesterday. The Mavericks, they was up yesterday big, had a major letdown, lost the game. Now they're back at home against this Nuggets team who plays no defense. They win, like Nuggets on the road, ATS is where you want them as far as on the side, but you don't want the wonders on the road, Nuggets on the road. And I got the Mavericks Nuggets over 235.5 minus 112.
That's what I was thinking as well. Although the total has dropped from like 238 to 235.5, but I think you're right. I think that Dallas also getting a little disrespected. So I will make this official. Dallas team total over 114.5 minus 110. I'll make that my second official play. Dallas team total over 114.5 minus 110. Thank you, Justin, for that analysis that'll put me on this. Billy, what do you think about this game? Dallas getting disrespected here?
No, not really, because the way Denver's played on the road this season's been ridiculous. I mean, 12-2 on the road this year. Dallas just coming back from a road trip is just not a spot I want to back a team. I mean, I hate to sound like a fucking broken record, but this is the reason why I don't like betting this late before Christmas. This seems like the most past game of past games ever. Denver should really be like 8.5-point favorite, but if they put it at 8.5, Dallas would probably backdoor cover. So 6.5 is probably like the right litmus test there.
Yeah, it is now down to 6.5, so it's dropped a little bit in Dallas's favor, and the total's also dropped a couple points. So I'm going to take a shot with Dallas team total over. We'll see. As you said, Billy, day before Christmas, you can never, you always want to err on the side of overs, I think, or err on the side of less defense than more, unless you have a reason to think the teams will clamp down. All right, next game on the card, Knicks and Minnesota, right? The Knicks lost their first two ATS after winning the NBA Cup. And last game they covered against Miami, who's terrible ATS, and that was only just by 2. And then, Minnesota in general, they haven't been very good ATS overall on the year, a bit less, bad recently, but just kind of a middling team ATS-wise. And, the Knicks blasted Minnesota earlier this year in November. Game went way over. The Knicks put up almost 140 on Minnesota. So now you have Minnesota at home laying a pretty big number against the Knicks. Justin, what do you make of this line?
Yeah, I don't have nothing in this game, but I'm interested in it because the reason why I don't have nothing now is because we don't want the Knicks on the road. Their ATS record is horrible on the road, but they're mainly favorites on the road. Now they're a dog because Brunson's not going to be playing. And then you got the Timberwolves. And it's almost the same exact thing, copy and paste what I said about the Cavaliers. Like, who wanted the Timberwolves at home as a giant favorite? Like, even though Brunson's not playing, it's the next man up. Like, and then with the Knicks jumping on them earlier in the season, I would like to lean towards the Knicks with the superstar out. You want to jump on that team, but especially fading the Wolves with 7.5-point favorite. I want to bet the Knicks. Haven't got there, but just wanted to hear it out.
Yeah, it was 6.5 when I first saw it. Now it's up to 7.5. Billy Brisbane, what do you make of this line and the movement?
I actually like Tyler Kolick's props tonight. If you look at his prop market's getting steamed. He's been over 2 out of 3 games when he's played at least 20 minutes or more. Then if you look at his assist prop's 6.5. I mean, if you just look at the Knicks roster, no Brunson, no OG, no McBride, no Shamit, no Yabu. What the fuck do you want to bet on a side on this game for? Minnesota is always a team that whenever they're favorited in a basketball game against a team that they should be favorited against, they play with their food. They do things like be down at halftime, and then they have a heroic Anthony Edwards performance, and then the highlights on SportsCenter look fine, but sports bettors got their money burnt back in the Timberwolves minus the points. And that's exactly how I feel here. I actually think the Knicks is probably the play at plus 7.5. I won't put my money on it. I'd rather put my money on Tyler Kolick. I know Tyler Kolick is about to be out here diving for basketballs, throwing dimes, thinking like he's back at Marquette or something like that. Yeah, so Tyler Kolick's probably the way to play this and pass on everything else.
All right. Kripke says Knicks plus 8 feels great, except that it doesn't because why is the line that high? They're
like literally telling you we don't give a fuck about this game. Take us back to Madison Square Garden for Christmas Day.
Especially since there is, it's November, but there is that revenge factor. I mean, the Knicks worked the T-Wolves at Madison Square Garden. They worked.
Yeah, but I don't personally think T-Wolves are good enough to get revenge.
That's the question.
I mean, good enough. They're good enough to win the game, but.
Right.
I wish the Timberwolves didn't play on Christmas. If the Timberwolves didn't play on Christmas, this would be a Minnesota spot all day. But, they got Christmas in the back in their head as well. And I remember the Julius Randle Knicks days. He'd be having the fam coming in. Everybody's drinking, smoking, getting lit and stuff like that. Bro, I don't want no money on Minnesota the day before Christmas. We wait for them to lose this game today. Or maybe they don't lose. Or the Knicks backdoor cover, and we back them against the Nuggets. I think the Timberwolves against the Nuggets on Christmas is kind of like the spot that I'm circling. So this is more of a monitor type of situation for me outside of player props.
Yeah, well, what did the Knicks get outrighted by the Mavericks? Or not the Knicks. What did the Nuggets get outrighted by the Mavericks today?
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Then that changes your whole gap for Christmas.
Of course.
You don't want the Timberwolves with the Nuggets off a loss to the Mavericks on Christmas Day.
Yeah. I mean, If they do lose outright, that
Yeah.
line will close at 6.
Yeah, if they lose to the Mavericks,
I mean, yeah, All right, so this is going to be a pass for me. Anyone who bets the Knicks, I sincerely hope you cash. All right, here we go. Next game on the card is the OKC Spurs game. Again, they are playing on Christmas Day at OKC. In that one, OKC is an 11.5-point favorite. This one is in San Antonio. Line I saw, I'll check to see if it moved. Spurs +5. Line's about 233 or so. And OKC's on a back-to-back. They rolled Memphis yesterday. They're doing pretty well, ATS. And again, this is revenge for OKC because the Spurs beat them outright in the NBA Cup. So what's going to happen here? I don't know, but maybe Justin and Brizzy can tell us. Justin, what do you think? Oh, revenge for OKC here?
well, was funny, and I didn't know the Knicks. No other Christmas game scheduled that I know but this game, and my book wouldn't let me do it. And when I first seen it, and what I wanted to do was an OKC money line parlay. That's what I want to do, but my book won't let me do it because I feel like this spread is low enough. Like, this is going to be the revenge game. They're going to come out and jump on them. And then I think with the 11-point spread of the next game, I think it's going to be like, okay, y'all beat us for the cup, but we hammered y'all the next 2 games. So, and this Thunder team, but then again, the Thunder are losing games now. Like, I mean, they lost 2, but for this part of the season, that's still good, but
That is crazy, bro. What? They won't allow you to parlay the Thunder together?
Well,
That is wild.
Correlated. I
On
mean,
FanDuel, it won't. It says these parlay selections cannot be combined.
yeah, I'm about to say, my book wouldn't let me. I had 2 books that I tried to do it, and I'm like, oh,
That's the bet, bro. It's Thunder. That is the bet. Find a fucking sports book. If you could give us the sports book, Thunder is the fucking play, bro. What? That sounds like certified fucking smoke. Like,
I might have to actually go to the window and make this because I feel like Thunder, like that's the gift right there. And I tried
that's
to
like a 2-unit banger.
Yeah, I tried to do it on 2 different books, and they wouldn't even give me the odds of it.
Yeah.
So, but it's something I'm interested in. I feel like to ask the Thunder to win money line 2 games against the Spurs when Wemby not going. I don't think Wemby going to play both of them. So I don't know. I like it, but I can't make it official. So I don't have nothing. But that's what I want.
The money line tonight for OKC is just like -220, 210, something like that. Think that's you think that's just a good straight play? They are very likely to win this one straight up.
I would want the full shebang of it though. Like it would set you up perfectly because if they won tonight, you wouldn't have to bet the Thunder on Christmas Day.
Exactly. You don't even got to cap the game.
Wow, let me see what people are saying in the
Colin said there isn't a sports book that allows you to do it, but if there's a will, there's a way. How can you have 2 games available at the same exact time and you can't bet on them? It might not be in a legal book. We might have to go out to some poly market bullshit.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Probably, we ain't allowed to say it, but you probably got to go over the water to make that happen.
So now I'm thinking like maybe OKC on the money line is a good bet tonight. I mean, do you think there's any way they lose 2 games?
Nah, in my opinion, I feel like I'm not a star play type of guy, but it is a little bit easier to describe the confidence level. I would say this is like a 2.5, 3-star play, but the game on Christmas makes it like a 4.5, 5-star play. So if you combine the 2, you can get a good parlay out of it. Like, I would not want to parlay the Thunder -215 tonight with like a game on the card tonight. But what Stacks talked about makes that 215 look a little bit better if you taking it with the same exact type scenario a couple days later. I think the 215 line seems like bait, but if it's bait, at least double down on it.
I mean,
and then like you said, you're gonna be with your family. Like, if you could find a book over the water, like. And just like Bridget said, like, you only got to cap. I mean, I wouldn't. If they won today, I wouldn't even cap the game on Christmas. I'm just waiting on the OKC money line with an 11-point spread. I'm going to figure out a way to make it happen.
Are you worried about OKC? You got Hartenstein with a calf injury, Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Caruso, Aaron Wiggins. All those
No,
guys.
because they so deep.
Yeah.
This team is deep, and it's like when somebody hurt, it's literally next man up.
Right.
Like, unless SGA get hurt, I don't care who. Like, they played the first half of their season without the real J Dub, and was balling. So my thing is, unless it's SGA, I don't care who hurt for that team.
Kong's Clips almost guaranteeing that Wemby sits out the first game, and so does someone from OKC.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch. I mean, not saying nobody wants to watch, but like, I would imagine the Christmas Day game is getting 10x more views than this bullshit ass Tuesday night, middle of the mill type of regular season game.
All right. So
I would think ain't OKC home on Christmas?
Yeah, but this game's not even on national television tonight.
No,
the
but the
OKC game on Christmas is like OKC on Christmas. They gonna be lit in that bitch.
I was just responding with what Kong said, but I would like to think that you would play in front of your home court if you was Wemby, if you could. Like,
I think Wemby cares more about the actual spotlight more than the actual location. If you're Victor Wembanyama, it's all about getting as much eyes as you possibly can, and that's probably the Christmas Day game. If you remember Christmas Day game last year against the Knicks, that was the Wemby breakout game. That was the game that had everybody saying Wemby this, Wemby that, Wembanyama, and they still lost that game against the Knicks, and Wemby stock like doubled, tripled that day. I think it's probably the same exact thing on Thursday. I mean, the whole entire game on Thursday is going to be talked about the cup, like they didn't even play tonight.
Yeah, that cup game, first half was very low scoring, second half very high scoring. What do you anticipate here?
I hope this goes low score so we can bet the shit out of the over on Christmas.
I don't have a thought on neither total. I just like OKC to get the brooms out, and I'm gonna figure out once I figure out as long as it's under 140, I'm probably 145. I'm gonna play it.
Well, minus 215 with a 560 would be like, yeah, nah, you're about right. That is about that range.
It's gonna be real close to like 140, 160-ish.
I would play it up to 170 in my opinion, from the aspect of like, yeah, you're paying chalk, but you're also playing for a multi-day parlay. Like you playing this, so you don't got to play the minus 11.5 on Thursday, in my opinion.
I just have to put a little bit more on it. But I'll definitely, if I get a number and I make it happen, I'll put it in Discord.
All right,
I just gotta remember.
I'm going to take a shot. I could have egg on my face, but I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to take a shot with the first half over, 118 minus 114. First half over, 118 minus 114. Make that visual. OKC and the Spurs. All right, let's move on. Next game on the card is Lakers and Phoenix. And the Lakers, of course, off that loss to the Clippers. Before that, they had covered 3 of 4. Those were kind of close, though. But, double-digit loss, the Clippers. And Phoenix off a home-and-home with Golden State. They split it straight up, but they covered both. And, Phoenix kind of 50-50 ATS recently. But, of course, remember before that, earlier in the year, they were very undervalued and covering most of their games for about 15 games or so. So Phoenix evened out ATS-wise. Lakers off a bad loss to the Clippers. Is Luka in or out? I know that's an issue. He had an issue in the last game. So
he's out.
He's out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was thinking maybe Lakers first half. I really don't know. Justin, what do you think about this one?
Yeah. Once I seen that there was no Luka, and I didn't want nothing to do with it, but I'm gonna give my man one more try. I gave him out. This is only the second time I bet him. I lost the first time, but with no Luka, you're playing against your old team. Like, it's now or never. I'm on DeAndre Ayton over 15.5 points minus 125. I feel like you should have the advantage against Mark Williams. You should go crazy. You're playing against your old team that gave up on you and said you sucked. Now there's not Braun. Without no Luka there, it's just you and Braun. Why not? Like, I'm giving you, I swear, I bet him like the first game of the season they played and lost. And I was high on Ayton, but I feel like I'm giving you another chance only because Luka's not going to be there and you're playing against your old team. So I like him against the advantages against him, Mark Williams if he's in. But without no Luka, your old team, unless you suck, man, go out here and give me 16 points over 15.5 points minus 125.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to pass on this one. Billy Brisbane. What line is up to 6 now for Phoenix. What do you think, Billy?
I think this is the slam spot of the day. The Phoenix Suns, oddly enough, in the WNBA and in the NBA, their home court, like they get pumped up for the Phoenix games and stuff like that. This is the last home game for the Suns for the whole entire year. They don't play at home for the rest of the year. The next time that the Suns play at home is the day after New Year's. This stadium, this team is going to be pumped. This is like the equivalent to like them playing their Super Bowl compared to like the Lakers just trying to make it to Christmas Day game. And then on top of that, in their last meeting was the Lakers' first game after the cup loss against the San Antonio Spurs. And that game went wire to wire down to some bullshit at the end of the game. And the Lakers won that game 116-114. If Phoenix can somewhat repeat what they did over the weekend, and that was beat Golden State and then go down to the wire against Golden State, a game that they're up for majority of the game, and then they end up blowing out the lead. I think the Suns roll here in this spot. The Lakers don't give a fuck about this game. Austin Reeves might care about this game, but I like the Suns a lot here. Suns are -6 for a reason. This is like the play of the day. The line opened up at 4.5. It's up to 6. This is the only bet that I have on today's cards. Phoenix Suns -6.
I'm thinking maybe the first half over, maybe the Phoenix team total over, maybe Phoenix minus the points. Justin,
I don't even want to get cute with the total. If I'm playing a total on a Lakers game, they got to be at home. I mean, Crypto.com overs have been smashing this year.
You don't want the Phoenix team total over?
I think they just win. I don't want to do anything with the total. I mean, you take out Luka Doncic, who's the top scorer in the NBA, and the game went under, would you be shocked? No.
No, I would not. I definitely would not be shocked. Maybe the Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix is gonna roll up here, aren't they? At least early, right?
I think Phoenix rolls whole game.
Is this making sense to you, Justin, or are you just like, let's move on?
No, I'm on DeAndre Ayton. I don't have a side or total. I don't know. I don't like to back a team when their stars out. I mean, I don't like to fade a team when their stars out.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, but this isn't the first time that like Luka Doncic is out or something like that, and like it's Austin Reeves going crazy for 54 points and stuff like that. Like this is just like all right, this is the game on the calendar. Let's get to the next one. I don't know, man. Phoenix last home game of the whole entire year. Phoenix gonna get lit for this one. I don't know if you ever been down there in the Valley, but they get lit for their basketball teams. Women's basketball, meaning the Phoenix Mercury and the Phoenix Suns. I think the Suns have one of the most underrated home court advantages in the NBA, personally.
All right, I'm going to make Phoenix first half team total over 59.5 -117 an official play here. Phoenix first half team total over 59.5 -117. I'm going to do it. All right, that's an official play. Let's move on. Next game is Memphis and Utah. Memphis, they're on a back-to-back. They lost to OKC yesterday, of course. 2 straight ATS losses. They've been very good before that. And Utah also on a back-to-back. They got worked at Denver. And Utah is a home dog here. Memphis is very banged up. They were still up big against OKC yesterday, though. But a lot of injuries for Memphis here. And now they had 8 players out against OKC. They were still up on them big early, wound up losing, and now they're a road favorite at Utah, coming off a blowout loss. I don't know. I was thinking maybe Utah. Justin, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll be real brief with this. This is probably my favorite total of the day. I'm on the over 243 -110 in the Jazz and the Grizzlies. 10 of the last 15 meetings that went over. Jazz is 12-4 to the over at home. I just love the pace, especially at home. I love to bat Jazz overs at home. And I love to take their team. I love to take the spread too. This is the perfect time to take the Jazz against this Grizzlies team. Jazz questionable. I think he's gonna play today. I don't know. That was the last I looked before while I was waiting for y'all to get through hockey. But he's still. Last I seen, he was questionable. I love this over. I think there's gonna be a whole lot of points scored. I think this is gonna be a game like the Hawks and the Bulls the other day. I think it's gonna be like 250. 253. Gonna be a whole lot of points scored.
Yeah, total is 243.5 right now, which is 243.5, right where it opened. Not much movement. Philly, Brisbane. What do you think about this one? And Utah is now Utah's a 4-point dog, so a little bit of money in Memphis' favor. What do you think, Billy?
I don't think you can put money on Utah. Second night of a back-to-back, and they're playing. Then they just left Denver altitude to go into another altitude space. Like, this is a bad game for me. I couldn't put money on this basketball game. Next.
All right. Okay.
Real quick, just a little tiny 5-second pushback. I looked into that. That's why I got the Jazz underline on the spread, and I'm waiting for the line to go up. Everyone to keep at Memphis. Maybe jog it in because altitude shouldn't be a problem. Their home field, their home court is altitude. So going
It just
from
seems like a weird spot.
Yeah, I didn't bet it yet, but I don't think the altitude would be a problem when you're used to playing with altitude. And y'all got smoked yesterday. So now's the time. I would take a bounce back where you play better at home.
And Memphis is pretty banged up. Are they deep or are they like, are injuries a concern for them?
It's like, I don't know. It's like Memphis is like the Hawks. It's like they ball when Ja not there. Like the Hawks ball when Trey not there. But then when they both in, they both suck.
Yeah, honestly, you look at this Memphis lineup that they're rolling out here, their projected lineup. It's probably going to be Cam Spencer. I don't think John Morant plays tonight, but Cam Spencer, Cedric Coward, Jalen Wells, Jaren Jackson, Jock Landau. That looks like a fucking European roster or like a G League team without Jaren Jackson's name being on there. Like, you know what? Laurie Markkanen's in for the Utah Jazz. The Jazz might be the side.
I like the Jazz, but I just like the over more.
Yeah.
I think the over's a more predictive market of like you got a team coming out on the granted they got blown out last night, but second night of a back-to-back, and then you got a Memphis team with no John Morant. They're this should probably go up and over the total.
Yeah, I'm not going to add it. Yeah, I'm not going to add it, but I might tail it because Utah has no problem getting to 250. No problem. Wow. That might be a really nice look there.
I actually saw a crazy stat. Where is this? The Lakers game that we broke down last week. Can I pull that up here? The Lakers game that we pulled down last week, we got a crazy note on the Jazz team total. Yeah, the Jazz have allowed opponent team total over to hit in 10 of their last 12 games as their 30th in half-court defense with the fourth fastest pace in the NBA. That's why I can't back Utah. How have you allowed 10 of the last 12 teams to go over their team total? That is fucking absurd. That is like only done in like video games, I feel like.
At home, that's what they do. They play video game type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying their opponent team total over has hit. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They're not playing no defense. They're just coming down half-court shots. Like, they're not playing no defense. They're just running up and down the court. If y'all score 2, we're going to try to score 3.
Yeah, that might be a really nice look there, Justin. I might tail that one. All right, next game on the card, Orlando and Portland. And, Orlando got blown the F out at Golden State last night, though. So they're on a back-to-back. Orlando has lost a whole bunch of games in a row, ATS-wise. There you go. What is it? 1-8 ATS over their last 9. And then you got Portland also off a back-to-back. They were at home. They pushed as a big home dog against Detroit. They haven't been that great for a bunch of games as well, ATS. But before that, of course, they were covering. And now you got Portland as a home dog here, getting 2 points. I'm scratching my head a little bit. I'm thinking, why would Portland not be at least an okay bet? Obviously, it's something I'm not getting. What is it, Justin?
I like Portland, but you said they pushed last night. I must have got a horrible number.
Depends on your line. Yeah, depends on what.
Yeah, I had 6.5, and I didn't cover. And they made a strong push. They was getting blown out at halftime, and they made a strong push the second half. But the game ended at 8. I didn't see no book where it closed up at 8, but I had 6.5 and lost. I wanted to go back to Portland, but just recently just being down to the Pistons, they was down by 20 early, so I couldn't be there. But ATS, they're like 12-4 ATS or something close at home against the spread. I think Portland's going to be on my list. I want to fade this Orlando team. They just got blown out. But the only problem is the way they lost yesterday against the Warriors. but they beat the Warriors early in the season, so that was a revenge game. But I don't know. I definitely don't want to be on the Magic team, but after the way Portland was stacked yesterday, and I was kind of disappointed in their efforts. So I didn't get nothing in this game, but I got Portland highlighted. Like, I'm probably going to be on Portland money line, but nothing official yet.
Billy, that's what I was thinking as well. Maybe Portland, but my only reservation is the line doesn't quite make sense to me. What's your take on this one?
I don't know about the line, but I like the situation here for Portland. I think Portland's one of the best underdog, or probably the best underdog bet of the day. This is the fade the buzzer beater angle. The last time that these two teams played, Desmond Bane hit the most bullshit walk-off three-pointer shot I've ever seen, and I believe he got fined after it for his celebration or whatever. And I don't know. Last time these two teams met, 1-3 in their last 4. I think Portland pulls this dub out. I mean, they're not going to not forget about Desmond Bane acting like a complete jerk-off when he hit that buzzer beater, and it wasn't that long ago. It was before Thanksgiving, and I thought Portland was going to come out with an outright dub in that game, and I had Orlando in a parlay ticket. I think it's fade the pick, go Portland. Portland is probably I think one of the best dog bets of the day. This game starts late, so I would just wait. Like even if this goes to like flip favorite or something like that, where like you have to pay like a little bit of a minus on Portland, I just want to see who's in the lineup for them, just in case if there's any fucking merry-go-rounds or surprises or something like that. But Portland's the bet here in this game, and probably one of the better bets of the whole entire card today, in my opinion.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Another one could wind up with egg on my face. I'm going to take the under. I'm just going to take the full game under. 232 or 232 and a half. I'll shop around to see what I can get, but I'm gonna take a shot with the under. I think both teams are gonna come in here and not be playing zero. It's possible, but I'm gonna take a shot with the under on this one. All right, let's move on. Next game on the card is here we go. Detroit and Sacramento. Let me just pull up my notes here. Detroit, of course, a big favorite. Detroit played at Portland last night and got the win. And depending on what line you got the lineup, the closing line I'm seeing was 8, so that would be a push. But it did go up. And of course, Detroit, extremely impressive team, but often too big of a favorite. And now they're laying a big number again against Sacramento on a day before Christmas. And then Sacramento, 3 straight nice covers, including a double-digit straight-up overtime win against Houston at home. So what do you think, Justin? Is another spot where Detroit is maybe probably going to win, but laying too many?
Yeah, I think they're laying too many, but I don't have nothing in this game. But I lane Sacramento, and I would look at what's his name, Westbrook. Russell Westbrook. I would look at his props and the fast-paced game. Detroit don't seem like they play no defense, especially at the guard position. So I would look at Westbrook props, possibly double-double, but and Sacramento on the side. But I don't have nothing.
Okay, the Orlando Portland line I'm going to get is actually going to be 233 minus 112 on the under. Okay, Billy Brisbane, what do you think? Is Detroit once again laying too many points here?
On the surface, it feels like it's too many points, but then you kind of look at the schedule here for Detroit. They're in the midst of a road trip. I don't think Detroit's going back to the crib for Christmas. Like, they're out west. They play Sacramento tonight. On Friday, they play in Utah. And then on Sunday, they play at the Intuit Dome, so the LA Clippers. And then the game after that, they play the LA Lakers. I don't think they're going back to the crib. I think they're locked in. I mean, if you're away from your family and it's Christmas and they got you playing basketball games and it's not on Christmas Day, I would imagine they're going to take some of these teams down to Smack City, and Sacramento might be the first one on the list.
Yeah, man. All right, let me look at what the comment section has to say, because just,
City.
all the time, top teams winning, but too big of a favorite, and they're especially good fades against, crappy teams that have some life to them. And that's, there's a couple of nice wins.
I don't know how to gauge it. Of like, if you're not going home for Christmas, does that inspire you to play better? Do you bring your family out to the road? What goes on?
You don't have to get nagged or complained or begging you for money for a whole week.
The Detroit does not play on Christmas. They're in the midst of a road trip. They play at Utah on Friday, at the Clippers on Sunday. Then next Tuesday they play the LA Lakers. So I would imagine.
They're going home.
Why would they go home? They play tonight, and then they're on the West Coast for a minute here.
Tuesday
it's
to
not
Friday?
like Sacramento. Sacramento's far as fuck. Sacramento's on like side of the country.
No,
why wouldn't you just stay out west?
I mean, I kind of agree with you, but Tuesday to Friday they're gonna go home.
I wish we could get a better idea of what their travel schedule is like, because their travel schedule I feel like plays a huge role in this.
Okay, well, it's going to be a pass for me, but free play, I would put it on Sacramento. But all right, yeah, if you guys find out what their travel schedule is and you think that indicates a play, let us know in the Discord.
I mean, doesn't that matter a little bit if they go home for one day? So they play tonight, they go home tomorrow, and then they go back out to the road to Utah. That sounds like a terrible spot to back Detroit tonight. But if they're on the road and they're staying on the road, and they probably go. They'll probably go out or something like that. Like they're spending Christmas on the road away from their family or some shit like that. I'd probably be a little bit more willing to back Detroit here, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's very trepidatious type of territory to be laying in. 9.5. You want to know everything. You want to know when they slept, when they ate, who took a shit last. Like you want to know everything about the 9.5 instead of this ambiguous line that we have currently.
I think they're going to go home and play Santa Claus for their family.
All right,
and then go right back to the road and play Utah and then go out to LA for the weekend. Like they might just go to do the LA shit now.
But that might be the vacation. If it wasn't a holiday, that's what they would do. Like if they had to fly out tomorrow to go play somebody, it's a normal shit.
Yeah, but they're on a road trip. It's not like this is a one-off game. They're already been on the road.
I would bet that they're going home.
They just played in Portland last night. Portland's probably the closest city to Sacramento.
I'm going on call sheet. I'm going on call sheet when we get out here and betting that they're going home for Christmas.
AOD says the Pistons
is that even available?
Night and then party.
Probably not, but you type in stuff.
But that's the angle is that they focus tonight, then party. Like it's not like they're playing on Christmas. Then the day after Christmas they play Utah in Utah. They don't give a fuck about that game. Like that might be a good Utah spot on Friday, day after Christmas. Fucking Detroit coming back from whatever they just did.
I think Detroit give a poor effort because they know they're going home after this. I swear, I think that's what I think.
That's a lot of. All right, we got to stop talking about this. Otherwise, I'm going to wind up on Sacramento. And
end up on Google.
This is the whirlpool that this is the alley that takes you down the day before Christmas. You got to worry about their travel schedule and like where they play, what's their New Year's game like, and stuff like that. Because we talked about team 2 games ago. The Phoenix Suns, they don't play again at home until fucking New Year's, bro. What? You don't even know what you're doing for New Year's yet. They do.
And here you go, AOD. Pistons young. They all got side jaunt. Of course they do. All right,
They ain't got no side jaunts in Sacramento.
AOD, he a Pistons fan. He should be able to tap in to find out they going home or not. Like, damn, AOD, is y'all going home? Y'all staying out there?
Doesn't that feel like a small?
9 points. Oh my God, Sacramento's.
Doesn't that feel like a small thing, but really matters in this? Is like, what the fuck is their travel schedule?
No,
if you can figure out their travel schedule, it really does matter in this spot.
I swear, when I get off here, I'm gonna find out. Like, I'm gonna find out. I don't know how.
Who's got friends at the airport, man? Who got the airport nuggets here? We need that. Like, is Detroit getting on a plane or not?
All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to add it on. Sacramento Kings official +9 -105. I knew this was going to happen. If we keep talking about, okay. I'm going to fucking take it. Sacramento +9 -105 has an official play. No, I can't do that. Because they're off that win. It's a little bit too fat and happy for them. All right, next game on the card. This is an interesting one, more interesting than the Detroit game. You tell us what you think, Billy and Justin. Houston against the Clippers. Of course, Houston not doing well on their current trip, and the Clips, of course, off of their margin home win against the Lakers. Clips playing well. Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, everyone getting it done, and Houston is off of the loss to Sacramento. double-digit road favorite. They lost outright in overtime to Sacramento and just not doing well on their trip. And now they're laying a decent number on the road against the Clippers. I would love to take Houston here first half, unless the Clippers are just for real, and you definitely don't want to fade them. I mean, that was a nice win over the Lakers, but before that, they were losing straight up and mostly ATS as well. Justin, what do you think about this one?
Looking like on the graphics, look like I got a bad number slightly, but I'm on the over 220. I got the over 220 minus 110 for the Rockets and the Clippers. And I don't know. I think this is always going to be a get-up spot for the Clippers, mainly Harden. I want to get to Harden props, always against the Rockets, but I didn't get there. I like the over more importantly. The Rockets on the road, they trend to the over. And then with the Clippers, I don't know, for some reason, when these teams get together, I think it's going to be a competitive game. I wouldn't want to be on the Rockets. That's a big number to give up on the road. So I would look at the Rockets team total over also, but I'm on the full game over 220, minus 110.
All right. Yeah, it is a pretty low total, gone up a little bit. Gone down a little bit since the very first line I saw. And Houston is now an 8-point favorite. The first line I saw was 7. Now it's 8. I mean, this is a Clipper. You got Harden, you got Leonard. You just beat the Lakers, a nice double-digit win, and you're getting 8 points at home to a team that just lost outright on the road to Sacramento. Billy Brisbane, what's your take on this game?
Yeah, this is one of those, like, the NBA in a nutshell. It's not about the team that's better for the season. It's about who's going to win tonight, and it's like, I think the Clippers are alive as fuck in this game. I mean, they're not as bad as what their record has played out to be this season, but people are saying that they're throwing away Clippers tickets like the back end of gifts and shit like that, of like, oh, you want this Clippers ticket? It's online for whatever amount of dollars. Like, their home attendance has not been that swell this season. It's been way lower than what they probably have wanted it to be. So when you see big time teams come into the Clippers arena, that's usually when the Clippers play well. Granted, we're talking about the Lakers in the last game. It just feels like the Clippers are going to show up in big spots. This is a national television game. This is their Christmas Day game. They don't play on Christmas. They don't play the day after Christmas. So they're going to put it all out on the line. What it feels like, the Rockets are kind of just walking through the motions. I mean, the Rockets haven't played on Christmas Day since 2019. I just can't get behind them the day before Christmas in LA. You know, city's going to be buzzing. They're in LA for a little minute. They're not just there for one night in and out. They're there comfortable. And you talk about side bitches. The side bitches are down here in LA, man. I know KD's got a few of them. I like the Clippers here. I think the Clippers plus the points. Whatever way we can get a better line on the Rockets on Christmas Day is the way I'm playing this one.
Man.
And KD got some side chicks out in LA.
That's KD's side chick, man. You know, Katie Adams in the board. She gonna be there courtside, like, go KD, go.
Yeah, I don't like the LA silicone stuff though. I'll take Midwestern and East Coast.
I mean, really beggars can't be choosers, Pete. You just take what comes along the table.
Billy Brisbane, always with the wisdom.
I don't think Pete's the beggar though.
That's always with the wisdom that matters. What I mean is, if I weren't a beggar, LA is not where I would go.
That's not what you meant.
You're right.
That is not what you meant, Pete.
Let me clarify. All right. I will tell you one thing I'm going to do. And it might be a mistake. I'm going to take Sacramento plus 9. I am going to take it. You know, the Pistons, they're good. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen here, but I think Sacramento should fight, and I'm going to take them. I'm going to take Sacramento plus 9 as an official plan, adding that one up back on. All right, guys, it was a great segment. We covered all the games. We got a bunch of plays that, at least we have good reason to like them. Let's review everything. I'll go first, then you guys review, and then we'll call the segment a day. I'm taking the Hawks first quarter -1, -108. That might be a mistake, but whatever. Dallas, team total over 114.5, -110. OKC Spurs, first half over 118, -114. Phoenix, first half, team total over 59.5, -117. Orlando, Portland, under 233, -112. And Sacramento, plus 9, -105. Justin McKelvey, please review your official plays. Thanks so much.
I'm on the Pacers plus 100. I'm on Joel Embiid over 22.5 points, -120. Dallas Mavericks, Denver Nuggets over 235.5, -112. I'm on New Orleans Pelicans plus 9.5, -110. Jazz and the Memphis Grizzlies over 243 minus 110. I'm on DeAndre Ayton of the Lakers over 15.5 points minus 125. And I'm on the Rockets over 220 minus 110.
Okay, Billy Brisbane, please review your official plays.
Yeah, I'm just on the Phoenix Suns tonight, minus the 6. For Christmas Day, though, first half under Cleveland, New York Knicks. Second game, San Antonio Spurs, OKC. I like the over in that game. OKC first quarter, OKC 11+ win margin. And then for the Dallas Golden State game, leans. These are leans. You got to see how these games go tonight. But plus 7.5, Dallas seems like good money, in the under 226.5, lowest total of the Christmas Day card. And then the Rockets game, I like their team total over. Crypto.com overs have been cashing. Every Lakers home game has gone over the total so far this season. And if they scammed it, I think it's going to be on the full game total, not the Rockets team total over. And I like the Rockets early in that one. And then the last game of the night is going to be my favorite player prop of the card. It's going to be Anthony Edwards over 3.5 3-pointers on Christmas Day.
Awesome. Great segment. Justin McKelvey, Billy Brisbane. You can find him in the Pub Sports Radio Discord server.
Hey, Loshak, real quick. My fault.
Yeah, go ahead.
Since you are concluding, Stacks play today, number 1, my fault, Villanova. I'm on Villanova plus 2.5.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like. It seemed like you was closing, so I was just wanting to give it out.
Yeah. No, I forgot about college basketball.
Yeah, it seemed like you was getting ready to wrap it up, so I was throwing it out.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, actually, okay. Anything? What? Besides Villanova, anything else you want to bring to our attention?
Yeah, I think it already started. I wasn't gonna give out official. I'm on the Central Florida, Florida Atlantic over. Villanova plus 2.5. The Stacks play today, number 1. I like. There was a couple other ones I like. It'll come to me. Oh, Lindenwood. I like Lindenwood. I got 3.5. They play Missouri State. I like Lindenwood. I like St. John's. I got a bad number. They opened up at 22.5. I got 24.5. They play Harvard. I like St. John's to blow them out. Get back on track.
You got an okay number. I'm seeing 26.5 now.
It opened at 22.5. I got a bad number. I wake up too late and missed it.
Wow.
There was one more I really not really like, but I kind of like. Ohio State game. Ohio State and Gardner Webb. They came on already, right? That's right. It wasn't basketball. I like Western Kentucky and college football.
We are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the college football game.
I won't be here.
I was leaving Western Kentucky as well, but I saw someone in the comment section saying that now Southern Miss is a favorite, and does that change things? And it looks like that is the case now. Southern Miss is now back to being the favorite. I was leaning Western Kentucky myself.
I bet Western Kentucky on minus 114.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. I don't know, but my bold picks ain't really been. I was on Utah State yesterday. They got slumped. So,
I was more liking the over in that one, but also leaning Western Kentucky as well.
And I liked the under that game yesterday, but I don't know. I really like Western Kentucky today.
Yeah, we will. That's a tough weight. Let me just go to that's the one that's being played in the Superdome, right? In New Orleans, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, that's a tricky one because Southern Miss has a great quarterback who, he's like college Lamar Jackson. When he's healthy, he was banged up most of the year. When he's healthy, he's a revelation, and playing inside on the turf is probably perfect for him to explode offensively, which is kind of why I like the over. And then Western Kentucky has 2 quarterbacks. One of them was doing great. The other one was injured. Now he's back. So it's not clear what they're going to do. I was thinking over, just because, Braylon Braxton, he's probably going to have, if he's close to 100%, he's probably going to have a really big day. Western Kentucky, their quarterback should get it done. That's an interesting. We will talk about that much more in depth. But Billy Brisbane, Justin McKelvey, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday, baby. All right, okay. What are we doing now? College football, right? Hey, Jose Bouquett, you there?
Yep, college football is next, indeed, Peter Loshak.
Okay, and who's the guest? Please let it be Gorky. It's going to be Gorky. Who's the guest? Surprise me. No Dabby. No Dabby Cab. Let it be Gorky. I don't want to see Dabby. Who's the guest? Bring the guest on. And it's Gorky. There you go, baby.
What's up? What's up?
It'd be great if it was Dabby. I'd just like to bust his balls a little
Oh,
bit.
it's all good, man. We are a team, and
We are a team.
Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to everybody.
Happy, whatever your religion, I don't want to know, but whatever it is, happy holiday season
And
to
it's
you.
all about the holiday season, so it's
Absolutely right. Okay. Let me just close out everything here, and we were going to cover 7 bowls, but the Louisville game, of course, started. But if you were watching it, you got what you came for, which was Kong's clips.
Field goal just then.
Kong's clips telling us to take Louisville first half, even at 6.5. I know they're up 7-zip. I didn't check after that. All right, so let's get into this. Western Kentucky Southern Miss. We just talked about it, Gorky. What do you think? Now, this is, it opened, Southern Miss was like a 4 or 4.5 point dog. Then it went down to Pick'em, and now they're like a 2-point favorite. And the total started.
I don't understand this line. I don't understand where the line movement comes from. Is Western Kentucky not playing their first team or any of their players?
It's possible some people are out that I'm not aware of myself. Western Kentucky lost to Jacksonville State, but before that, they were great ATS on the year. And the Southern Miss coach is gone, but it seems like the players are all buying in. They didn't lose anyone really for a Southern Miss, and they're all buying in here. And of course, Southern Miss has a great quarterback, Braylon Braxton, who was injured hobbled for a lot of the year. And he's expected to be, healthier here, if not 100%. And if he is, it's being played indoors on the turf. He should have a pretty good game. But you're right. I really don't want to fade Western Kentucky here. And I like the over, even at the higher line now. Let me see where it is. I might do a first half and full game. I was leaning Western Kentucky, but I can't deny that the constant line move towards Southern Miss, and now they're a favorite, is concerning. What do you think, Twerky?
For me, I parlayed this morning with the Louisville, and Western Kentucky got 101. I'll tell you the exact number right now. 108, I believe, something like that, plus 108. Just
Mm-hmm.
a moment. And I'm happy with that. I think they both win. If Mr. Bull Monster comes out and bites me in the ass, so be it.
So be it. I like that attitude. And yeah, the total, it looks like it's got up to like 60, and now it's come back down to about 50.
I got it. Money line parlay, Louisville and Western Kentucky plus 102 this morning.
Oh, very nice.
But since it has moved to Western Kentucky now being a plus 100 dog on the money line, so I wouldn't need to parlay Louisville, but that was hours ago, so we are where we are.
Yeah, it is that's a big wow. Look at this. Where we used to play poker, look at that. Southern Miss is now 2.5, juiced headed a little bit towards 3. It's a big wow. This is all Southern Miss action movement. I'm not going to say money because I don't know the splits, but the movement that's a strong move to Southern Miss. My Lord. Ball on a budget like Southern Miss. AM says there has to be a player out. Line move from Pick'em to -2.
I'm afraid that it's the quarterback for Western Kentucky, but I cannot find it anywhere.
Well, they have 2 of them, though.
No. But there is one guy, McIver or something, I think is his name. He's the guy I want to play, But I don't know. Is he like a 50-year senior? Is he transferring to be, I don't know, Ohio State's the 4th quarterback? Like, what the fuck? What are we doing?
They've got 2 quarterbacks. One of them was the conference freshman of the year, right? And then the other guy was more of a runner, I believe, and he's a veteran, and so they weren't sure how they were going to use. But so maybe one of them is out, and that's what's causing it. I really don't know.
You know what? Western Kentucky is the play. They were the play early. They are they are what my mind goes to in this matchup. I've never seen what is this? Western Mississippi? What is this team?
Okay, so Kripke tells us Western Kentucky starting QB is out. So I guess that would be Tisdale.
That's not great, but it is what it is.
It is. Definitely is what it is. All right, I was going to think about the over. Now maybe I'm thinking about Southern Miss team total over. Maybe I'll think about that. I want to, yeah, there should be a play here one way or another. I was thinking maybe the first half over at 28.5. I think I'm still liking the overs, though. Southern Miss, wow, they'd have to get to 30. Should be able to do that, though, right?
Western can, yeah, listen, for what it's worth, the statistics say that these teams are the exact same. So what I mean by that is offensively and defensively, they pretty much have the same numbers, which means that if not for quarterback mistakes, causing 3 and outs and stops, nobody's going to stop anybody.
Yeah.
The best play on the board would be the over.
Yeah.
And if you can get that at plus money, that would be tremendous. I could not. That's why I had to parlay this shit this morning. I am not happy about it because you just told me that their quarterback is out because, I don't know, he's probably going to be, the masseuse therapist of Ohio State next week. God damn. But we are where we are. I'm about to lose my shit.
All right, don't keep it together, Gorky. I know you can. I know you when you say you're about to lose your shit. You're not really about to lose your shit. All right, I'm gonna.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm on here with you talking sports. How much better can it get?
Oh, there you go, Gorky. I'm gonna take a shot with the over. I'm gonna be a teeny bit safe, and I am gonna take a 58 minus 119. I'm gonna take it. Western Kentucky, Southern Miss over 58 minus 119. I'll take a shot with it. One play, and that's it. Let's see. Other people, Jay Stoney says Tisdale in the regular start. Yeah, but the other guy is no slouch. Let's put it
supposedly. I've never watched him. Obviously, he's Western Kentucky's backup quarterback.
All right, let's move on to the next game on the card. This is a very, very tough one for me. UNLV in Ohio. It's a Frisco Bowl being played in Texas. Ohio is the dog here. It opened at like plus 4.5. Now it's up to like 6.5, and the total opened high like 62.5. Now it's all the way up to like 66.5 or so. I haven't seen the recent line moves, but I'll check them. UNLV, of course, lost to Boise in the conference championship, and Ohio lost their last 3 in a row ATS. Before that, they were very 50-50. And of course, the Ohio coach got fired because he banged a student. You can't do that. He claims he didn't know she was a student. Okay. But he's gone. He got fired, and
he's probably younger than her too.
What'd you say?
He was probably younger than her too. God damn.
Yeah. Look, 20. You can't tell who's who or what's what in 2025 at all. But you got to pay for the consequences. He's gone. The defensive coordinator is going to be the interim coach. Ohio, from what I've seen, has almost all their guys in, including quarterback Parker Navarro. So they didn't lose a lot to the portal. And then on the other side, you have UNLV, which is a really good program. Mullen is a guy who I trust in situations like these, but they're laying a lot. And Mullen is still the coach, although there's rumors that he's going to not be there next year. But he's still the coach here. Ohio. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was clearing my throat. Do your introduction.
Yeah, and UNLV just has a really potent offense that it feels like at some point they're going to pull away from Ohio and more likely than not win it by 7 or more. I'm not sure, but that would be my lean, I guess. Let me see where the line has moved, and yeah, it's still 6.5, headed to 7 though. And the total has come down a little bit to like 65.5, but that's not a surprise when there's such a big move to the over. I guess my lean would still be UNLV.
Is UNLV's quarterback playing?
Yeah.
Calandria?
I from last I checked, they didn't lose anyone big, really.
No. Is he, like, I know he's like an upperclassman. I don't know, senior, freshman, like not a freshman, obviously, but I don't know. I think he's a senior. He's not sitting out this toilet bowl game.
At least as of right now, because if he were, that would be headed back down to 4.
Right. Okay. So it would be UNLV by all common sense. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is where favorites go to die. These toilet bowl games, yeah. By the way, I call every bowl game that is outside the structure of the college football playoff toilet bowl games, and they are for making money by fading the favorites.
But I kind of like the UNLV program and the coach. The coach matters a lot, and Dan Mullen is a coach who I
no, you're definitely right. But for the most part, like most of these programs don't have a Dan Mullen.
Right.
Okay. So that's my point. Most of these bowl games are absolutely meaningless, and you hammer the favorite to lose. You hammer the dog, and you get paid.
Okay, I'm gonna have to review that because I don't think I can memorize that whole 3-point list, 3-point plan for getting paid. But yeah, UNLV, they should roll. They have a nice little offense, don't they?
Yeah, when it's all clicking. Ask me if it was 2 weeks ago against who was it there? Boise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit different.
I was on UNLV. That didn't work out too well.
I feel you. All right, I'm gonna make one play official here. Again, a little bit risky, but okay. I'm gonna take UNLV first half team total over 16.5 minus 163. I know that's a kind of a high total there. 16.5 minus 163. I'll shop around to see if I can get better. Sometimes these first half team totals, some books don't offer them, but that's a big major book. I think that just UNLV full game team total over as well. That's really up there, like 33.5, heavily juiced. So they basically have to get 7 touchdowns, I mean 5 touchdowns.
Between both teams, or you play the team?
UNLV.
Paying attention. Oh yeah, if Calandria is any, UNLV should be able to score as much as they want.
Yeah. They're definitely a very impressive offense. I don't exactly.
But don't forget that Ohio has confidence to play against big programs. I'm not saying that West Virginia was good, but they absolutely manhandled them, especially on the defensive line. The defensive line of Ohio absolutely had themselves a Super Bowl performance against West Virginia against West Virginia. And West Virginia, after all, is a Big 12 power program. Like they are. They might be down in the dumps right now, but they are still West Virginia.
Yeah, absolutely. I might add on a UNLV first half as well. I think I am a believer here in UNLV in general. And Ohio, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really a believer in them quite as much as I am. Let's comment section. Beans, Arsenal, and yes, I will give you. And Jason Meyer says UNLV should roll. I agree. AOD says Gorky forever. Totally agree with that. All right, I'm gonna take a shot with UNLV first half team total over 16.5 minus 163. And guess what? We're also going to add on UNLV first half money line minus 195, baby. 195, baby. Yeah. Or I could just take the 3 minus 129. I guess I should probably do that.
Yeah, play opposite of what you usually do. Don't be per safe.
Yeah. No, I'll take the minus 3 minus 129. Yeah, I'll do that. UNLV first half minus 3 minus 129, as well as the first half.
It is the Christmas season, so let's kind of get a little bit more brave.
Okay. While I pull up my my Arsenal notes, let me just that's the comment section, and then we will. I'm sorry.
Champions League.
No, it's the EFL Cup. It's the EFL Cup.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Let me glance the comment section, and then we will we'll move on. And Jay Stoney 888 with a bunch of the same game parlay. Yeah, like in UNLV to do well offensively. All right. Next game on the card is going to be Cal and Hawaii.
I have this. I have this.
Cal had two very nice straight up wins as a double-digit dog over the last 3 games. So they closed the year pretty nice. Hawaii, 8-4 ATS on the year, 6-1 ATS at home. And that one loss was like a big favorite against an outmatched team. So Hawaii's been good. ATS, both teams have star quarterbacks and both will play. I believe that Hawaii's top wide receiver, though, is out. The Cal quarterback, though, is from Hawaii. So that's a big kind of deal. He is, they both have excellent quarterbacks, but the Cal quarterback is a Hawaii a native, right? He's a freshman, one of the top freshman quarterbacks in the
17
country.
years old.
Yeah, wow, I didn't realize that yet. But so I don't think this is a situation where Cal's going to come in here and just like lay on the beach and get rolled. They're going to come. I'd be leaning Cal here. Let me see where it opened. Hawaii opened as like a small dog, and then it moved to Hawaii as like a 2-point favorite, and now back to 1. So yeah, bouncing around. Hawaii did open as a small dog. Total is headed down, which I believe is because there's wind, supposedly like 20-mile-an-hour winds for this. It opened 54.5. It's dropped to 53. Now it's down to like 51. I've been leaning Hawaii though. I mean Cal though. I think. What do you think, Gorky?
I took Cal this morning. I took Cal first half money line plus 100. I feel like that's a gift. They get off to a good start. Sagapolu Tele is a guy that doesn't mess around. He gets to go home and play in front of probably 1,000 friends and family. Pollies are special people. When they love you, and he will be motivated, especially in the first half. This team gets out to big leads and sometimes dies in the second half. That's what happened against Duke when I was on them at home in Berkeley. They got off to like a 3-touchdown lead in the first quarter, and then slowly died in the second half and lost by multiple touchdowns, unfortunately. So I feel like the plus 100 is a gift in the first half.
For Hawaii, you mean?
For
Cal, I mean. For Cal, right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking here. I was like Cal and maybe first half as well. And I was also thinking maybe first half under.
But only if you can get it at the same or better price than me. So get it at plus money. It's worth it. Otherwise, I wouldn't play this spot. Because it's a toss-up of sorts. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's after a 8-hour flight in a 6-hour time zone difference.
Man Bear Pig leans Hawaii.
Within America, guys, think about that. You don't leave the continent, but yet you're on a 6-hour time zone difference.
Yeah, come on. What are you guys kidding me? Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm thinking about like first half under and Cal first half. Cal's going to come here, aren't they? They really are.
I think they're going to come early and maybe die late.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to take a shot with Cal first half, and I'm also going to take first half under as well. I'm going to take both of those. So let me shop around to see what I can get. Cal first half money line plus 101, and I'll shop to see if I can get better. In the first half under.
That's what I got. That's what I got. Plus 100 exactly, and I'm good with that, Pete. And take that to the bank. I would say at least you will have something to watch around 8:00 tomorrow night, and enjoy your Christmas Eve.
Yes, thank you so much, Gorky.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gorky. All right, I'm gonna search. I'm gonna check one more book to see if I can get a better line. The person who was asking about the Arsenal game, he says he likes the under, maybe first half, but I don't know about that. I'm kind of like looking over it. In fact, if the first half is scoreless, we're 1-0. I will probably be on the over. And as far as the side is concerned, I don't really have anything right now. No real opinion. Looks about right. Arsenal obviously big favorite, and
Be careful playing Arsenal, especially in the holiday season, because all the games are so condensed, especially this team, Arsenal. They don't wake up for every game. I know it's different. I'm talking maybe years ago under Arsene Wenger, they would have streaks where they could go one win for their next 6 heading into January.
Yeah. This game, I'm not going to do anything pregame, but if it's scoreless at the half, which is entirely possible, I'll be on the over. And if it's 1-0 at the half, I'll probably be on the over as well.
Who are they playing, Pete?
Crystal Palace.
Oh, that's a tough game. That's a London derby, Pete.
Yeah.
That's a tough game.
And I kind of like Crystal Palace to score. And if Crystal Palace is up 1-0 at the half, I'll probably be looking at Arsenal live at the half. So that's my take on it. Nothing pregame. Let's see what people are saying in the comment section. All right. So I'm going to take Cal first half money line plus 101 and the first half under 25.5 minus 124. All right. Let's move on to the next game, which is Central Michigan and Northwestern. Northwestern's a big favorite here. This is the Sports Bowl at Ford Field in Detroit. Both these teams are very similar, except for Northwestern probably having better athletes. Definitely a tougher strength of schedule. Central Michigan, bad loss to Toledo as a double-digit dog in their last game, but before that, they'd covered 7 of 8. And Northwestern, their last 2 games very close to spread, but before that, they had also been good ATS on the year. Again, both teams similar. They both have strong defenses. They both like to run, and they both have experienced quarterbacks. Northwestern, was not expected to do well this year, but they made a bowl game, which is not. I think they were not expected to do that. They were expected to finish next to last in the Big Ten, and I think this should be a grinded out game. Northwestern should win, but not necessarily by double digits. Low total, I guess I'd still be leaning under just because of the way these two teams play. As of right now, that's what I'd be leaning. I'd be leaning, I guess, Central Michigan plus the points. I guess under, even though it's a very low total. And that's it. What do you think, Gorky?
Is Clayton Tune in the game?
I was under the impression that no one significant is out.
But he's like a 7th-year quarterback. Okay. It would have to be the Big Ten representative here because we're talking Central Michigan, not Western Michigan. I was gonna say take the points, but no, it's Central Michigan.
Yes,
and even though that's relatively the same because the MAC is so close together, I would still lean the bigger school, which in this case is Northwestern. God damn. There's not too many spots where Northwestern can call themselves the big dog in a fight, but it is what it is.
So you're going to pass on this one then?
Oh, definitely. I'm not putting you cannot put over 2 scores on a spread with Northwestern being the favorite. No.
I was thinking about maybe a shot with the under though.
Well, you can do that, but it's already very low for a reason.
Yes.
They want you to, okay. It's not a confident bet for me, but if anything, I probably would lean pass if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
And just because of that, I have no takes on these 2 teams. What are they?
Well, the takes are they're very evenly matched, which means that the lines are going to be pretty accurate, but it also means that you can have a pretty high confidence if you do see an edge that you're liking.
Yeah, okay. So then I would lean taking the money line with the dog. Because
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
If Northwestern decides to slip up for a drive, no. If you're saying that it's going to be a close game and they miss on a single drive, you can make 6 times your money. Something like that, right?
Yeah, I might be really liking the under here.
This is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
And these are not 2 teams that are going to go up and down the field.
No, they certainly are not.
No.
Or very likely not.
So maybe you take a bomb with the Central Michigan, because maybe they will get up to play this team.
I would definitely be leaning Central Michigan plus at double digits.
No, I'm saying money line though.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Take the bomb. It's New Year coming up,
All right. It's going to be close, but I will take a shot with the under. Central Michigan, Northwestern, 43.5 minus 116. I'll take a shot with it. 43.5 minus 116. I would love to put a shot on the first half as well, but I don't necessarily really want to double up here. That's a bit much. Let's see what people in the comment section have to say. Okay. That's there are no strong opinions on this one. Maybe I will double up. I don't know. All right, let's move on to the next game. This is another tough one, but one that I think I'm gonna have to pass on. New Mexico and Minnesota. It's the Rate Bowl in Phoenix, Arizona. New Mexico covered 4 of their last 5, and Minnesota was bad ATS all season long. They did end though with 2 nice covers. And PJ Fleck, the Minnesota coach, is 6-0 in bowl games. He makes them get up for bowl games, and he knows to how to motivate them and get wins. And now they're just a small favorite against New Mexico. Surprisingly small favorite. The line was 2.5, and it hasn't really moved much. And now we got still right where it is, about 2.5 total. Opened about 47 or so, dropped down to about 44, which is where it is right now. And I guess I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit more in depth. But it seems like Minnesota to get another bowl win is probably an okay bet. What do you think?
I think we're slowly getting away from the games that are close enough for us to actually know who's playing, who's not playing.
Right.
So if I'm taking a side right now, it would be New Mexico, because they are better than we all think, me included. But and it's bowl season, and also PJ Fleck is a good coach when he's an underdog, but to guarantee that PJ Fleck can be a favorite in a spot, I'm not for it.
Yeah, I mean, he's not. He just needs to get a 7th bowl win, though.
Especially like a week and a half out. Like, this bowl game is when?
Yeah, it's on Friday.
So, okay, can we with confidence say who's gonna not play?
With confidence, that's a high bar there.
No, not with confidence, but are there any opt-outs already? Like,
as of right now, I'm not aware of anything too significant.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. And you said this is in Phoenix, Arizona, yes?
Yes.
New Mexico will be the home team. Trust me.
Yeah. But it's just I'm a believer in PJ Fleck in these kinds of bowl situations.
Okay, best of luck to you. But if I had to bet this game, I would be on the other side.
Okay.
Because if New Mexico is able to keep it close, or maybe even win the bowl game against a Big Ten team, be it not a very good one, like they're not beating Ohio State or nothing in this spot, but for them, beating a Minnesota would be like kind of beating an Ohio State.
No, I feel you. Yeah. All right. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research into that one before I pull the trigger. And then the last game we're going to cover also on Friday is the First Responder Bowl in Dallas. It's FIU against UTSA. So UTSA has home state edge, but definitely not a home field edge. FIU ended the year with 4 very nice covers, and UTSA ended with a loss to Army, but they did have some big wins. And FIU also has some offensive players who were kind of banged up during the year. Might be significantly healthier here. They're a starting quarterback, Keon Jenkins, who went down, and I believe he's going to be back. And UTSA is a team that plays high scoring games. Line opened about 8.5, dropped to 6.5. Total was very high and hasn't moved higher. I was thinking about the FIU team total over maybe because this game could fly over and UTSA could cover, but FIU team total over cashes. FIU could put up a big offensive number and blow UTSA out, and the game goes under, but FIU gets their team. So I was thinking about the FIU team total over is what I was thinking about, Gordon.
Where is this game?
It's in Texas. It's in Dallas.
So nobody's home.
Right.
I guess UTSA is. Okay, UTSA.
No. I mean, they have a home state edge.
Yeah. UTSA would be the side because FIU is FIU. You never know with them. Wasn't this Tom Herman's team 2 years ago and he got fired? Yeah,
sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I would have to be on the side of UTSA covering this spread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I don't know why, but because it feels like it feels like a UTSA side. And, it's the first responders bowl. So give those paramedics something to cheer about in Texas, in the state of Texas. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I guess. I don't know these programs well enough. Is there going to be a big UTSA contingent that's going to travel to Dallas?
I don't know. Let's ask the producer. He's a UTSA fan.
He sure is. Is he still around?
No, I don't think so. No.
Right. Yeah,
I think it'll be. I don't think there'll be more UTSA fans there, but I don't think it'll be a very well attended game.
No, but the 12 people that will be there will be invested.
But yeah. So I don't really have an opinion because all the UTSA players keep transferring out, but they're this big of a favorite for a reason.
So would you take?
It's headed down though.
Would you take FIU money line then, Jose? Like if they are all transferring out and we know this?
I would not take anything in this game. No.
What about the FIU team total over, Jose?
What number are you getting?
24.5 minus 137.
If it was 21, I would feel much better about it, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, FIU, they put up 56 in their last game against Sam Houston. Against better teams, they're like, mid to low 20s. So a 21 would be great. 24.5 is a little bit, UTSA is not good defensively, though. Right, Jose?
Right.
Right. All right. I'm going to take a shot with it. I'm going to take FIU team total over 24.5 minus 137. Maybe I shouldn't do that, though.
I don't like paying juice for team total.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. Closer to the game, I'll make my decision. But, it's definitely moving in Florida International's favor. High total that hasn't really moved much. Okay. The comment section and there we are. Let me see. And that's it. Okay, so let me review my official college football plays. Gorky, you review yours, and then we'll wrap this show up. I took Western Kentucky Southern Miss over 58 minus 119. UNLV first half team total over 16.5 minus 163, and UNLV first half minus 3 minus 129. I took Cal first half money line plus 101, and Cal Hawaii first half under 25.5 minus 124. And I took Central Michigan Northwestern under 43.5 minus 116. Gorky, what are your official plays in these bowls so far?
My only official play is today. So the one I told you just now, Louisville and Western Kentucky money line plus 102. That's the only official one. All the other ones are leans for the sake of talking about them for the show.
Absolutely. Gorky, another.
They are bowl games, and closer to the day, I'm more likely to play them, and I will post them in the Discord and Twitter. But for Friday, I actually do have some EuroLeague action, guys. Both dogs, Maccabi going to Belgrade. It's going to be a debut for Juan Peñarroya, who just got signed by Partizan to be their new head coach after Željko Obradović left the team because he feels like the players of this generation don't listen to him. And would like to rather be on their cell phones. This guy is the Phil Jackson. He's won 13 Phil Jackson of the EuroLeague. He's won 13 EuroLeague championships. So this guy is gonna have a terrible time following.
Okay, sorry. Who do you like again? Tell us what team this is.
Steps. Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Okay.
To go into Belgrade and get a straight up win on the money line plus 110. I got that 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
And Real Madrid to go into Monaco, a sleepy Monaco, and come out with a win plus 150 on the money line.
Plus 150. And what is this? This is what day is this?
EuroLeague Friday.
Friday EuroLeague. Thank you so much, Gorky. And if either of those plays are down early, I am 100% going to live bet it. Gorky, love doing videos with you, pal. We'll do another one real soon. Thank you so much, Gorky.
I will be back probably Tuesday to talk about playoffs.
Awesome. Can't wait. All right. Jose Bouquett.
Peter Loshak.
How's it going? All right. That was a pretty good show, right? Right, Jose?
Yeah, I thought you did a great job with all those games.
Thank you. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of picks. I got a whole bunch of NHL stuff. I got some college football, NBA stuff.
You're ready for Christmas as well?
Yeah, I'm ready for everything, man. Man, that NFL contest though is so much fun. People are just like so good, man. I'm one game off the lead. So basically I'm like, I got a spike of 5-0 this week, and then tune in next week to see how everyone. If I don't get a 5-0 this week, I'm not even going to worry about trying to win it. I got a spike of 5-0 this week.
The fact that you're up there is impressive nonetheless, Peter Loshak. We're going to post the payouts as well, hopefully today. We're just sending the graphic back and forth, finalizing it. So we'll have payouts as well today. So that'll be a whole lot of fun.
I got a spike of 5. This is a tough week too, Jose Bouquett.
Very.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Very. I wish you luck.
Yeah, thank you, bro. But that's, I guess, if you're behind, you kind of want that because then you can, like if it's a week where the smart guys are going to figure out what to do, like so many other weeks, then Earl Sports Bets is going to go 4-1. You know what I mean? And then you better go 5-0 and you make up one game. So it's good that it's a hard week this week. I'm gonna do my research. I'll tell you that, Jose Bouquett.
I always know you do, Pete. What are you gonna do for Christmas? Excuse me. What are you gonna do for Christmas?
I haven't even checked the schedule yet. When is Christmas? Thursday? No,
yeah. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Yeah.
I might do some stuff, see a few friends, play a few tunes to myself. I don't know, man. Drink a little wine. Look at this. Look at this bottle. Look at this. I might drink this.
Sure.
I'll probably just sit in my apartment and just drink this and play a few tunes,
Well, I wish I could be a fly on the wall for that. I would love to see what the playlist is for old Peter Loshak.
Yeah, just drink this, play a few tunes, do a couple of impressions of some Pub Sports Radio guys to make myself laugh.
To yourself, yeah.
It'll be a great time.
To yourself and no one else, those impressions, obviously.
You can't do impressions. Yeah, you can't.
Pete, by the way, I assume you're playing these off a record. Like when I'm picturing you, this is a record player you're playing, correct?
No. Just pick up your guitar and just sing about life, man.
Sure.
Or write a few
exciting
raps,
2 days.
which I also do.
Yes, I know that. That's a fact. But it sounds like you have a mighty exciting next 2 days coming.
Yeah. Actually, I gotta make or find a beat for something that I want to do. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, JPZ, I'm sure could help you too.
You'll know.
By the way, JPZ, you know how JPZ works.
Yes. Could he do East Coast style stuff though, or is he just like? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. That's a great question. By the way, Pete, I hate to spring this on you at the end of a 3-hour show, but we have 2 birthdays.
Oh, nice.
Today. Our guy Rez Mob says, Rez Mob, it's the wife's birthday today. First time still traveling currently at the Seminole Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale. I'll be in Philly tomorrow. He's probably wife watching the game on Christmas with his wife. Rez Mob, happy birthday to your wife. And our guy MMA Locker Room as well. It's his birthday today as well. So shout out to them both. What's a little birthday pick action for you?
Did they ask first?
Yeah. MMA locker room, ask for picks. He needs it.
It's funny because my picks overall, I of course I have confidence in them, but each individual pick, when I look at it, it just seems like a loser. Each one.
Yeah. That's AIPP talk.
That's the loser. These are all. Well, okay. Ooh, UNLV. Gosh, I mean, Ohio. Are they going to show up? Gosh, they might though. That's the thing. They might show up.
And again, look at this overall record by old Peter Loshak here.
Yeah. And there's some ugly picks in that record and some ugly runs as well, which just goes to show you how it all.
You had a good NHL week that last week as well.
But 2 weeks ago, I was almost negative. I had a bunch of these fucking favorite team totals that lost, and I wound up hemorrhaging like 5 or 6 units. That was 2 weeks ago. Got it all back the next week. But all right, MMA locker room. All right, I will give him. What should I give him? Detroit, they're not gonna get blown out. Is Dallas gonna hold them down? All right, Detroit Red Wings team total over 2.5 minus 145. I can give that one because also AM likes the side on that one. So happy birthday, MMA locker room picks. Detroit team total over 2.5 minus 145 or so. And then for Rez Mob's wife, wow, this is even tougher. Wait, she wants it for a Christmas day or?
No, they're just going to the 76ers game on Christmas Day. So shout out to Rez.
All right. Rez Mob's wife. Well, you already won in life because you're married to Rez Mob. So there's really nothing else you need. But yeah, we can give you a birthday pick anyway. Rez Mob's wife. Yeah, Montreal team total over. I don't know. That's a little tough. Calgary, Edmonton's probably going to put up 3 or give up 3 in that fucking first period, I don't know if I can do that.
I can't believe Edmonton was the underdogs today. That's probably the first time Calgary is a favorite in Edmonton in God knows when. So that was my I haven't bet anything. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I just bet you that Calgary hasn't been a favorite in Edmonton in a long time.
They're not a favorite. Edmonton's a huge dog. I mean, a huge favorite.
I had minus. Well, then I must have been looking at the wrong things then.
Yeah, Edmonton's at home.
Yeah, and that's why I saw a line. I saw minus 120, Florida, Calgary. So I was confused there. So maybe I was just looking.
Pretty sure. All right. Well, I'll check. All right. Let me see. All right, but
do your thing. Sorry, Pete. I was blind.
That's okay. I guess that Dallas team total over in the NBA is looking better and better the more I look at it, man. And Phoenix first half team. I can't give a first half team total over though. And I bet you that it's all the NBA picks that I'm kind of like the Spurs. Okay, they're gonna just first half. That's gonna get to 120. I think so, man. But and then UNLV, they should roll. They really should. But all right, I'll give you know what? I'll give Cal Hawaii first half under 24.5. I got 25.5 minus 124, but I'll give that one 24.5 minus 120 to Rez Mob's wife.
Shout out to you both. It's always nice to get an old Peter Loshak birthday picture.
I don't know. That seems weird, but all right, I'll go with it. That's the birthday pick for Rez Mob's wife. I think I like the MMA locker room picks birthday pick more, but whatever. All right. Great show, everyone. We'll see you again next Tuesday.